It's a trap!
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Hi, I'm Kathy Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm.
Now this is pod racing.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
There you will learn from Yoda, the Jedi Master who instructed me. Man!
Here we go.
Yes! Oh my god. How do they make this more and more epic every time? How do they make this more and more epic every time?
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stay. Mr. Corjanta Binks. Mr. Your humble servant.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Everything you loved is dead. Everything you cared about is gone.
As I got older, the same things kind of happened. People were still calling me the word and saying really insensitive things to me. After a while, I just kind of got used to it. It was normal, and it was just something I had to deal with if I wanted to play games online.
Well, boo-hoo.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Unlike how the mainstream media portrays us, nerd culture has always included a huge variety of diverse people and subcultures.
God f***ing speed!
In the before times, when nerds were stigmatized, nearly everyone from the counterculture had some kind of nerd obsession, whether through media like gaming, comics, and sci-fi, or hobbies like collecting, Dungeons and Dragons, or professional wrestling.
Omega powers! the Madness, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the heavyweight champion and Hulkamania.
Before the internet, these things were very niche and isolated, creating small but passionate fandoms.
Don't be a boo! Fireball him!
Cast protection.
The Demogorgon is tired of your silly human bickering!
I cast Fireball.
Ultimately, the reason that nerd culture attracted so many alternative groups is their desire for escapism. And now, that's all been ruined.
The head is one big pile of shit.
It's Morbin time.
In the same way that sports brings together every demographic of society, fandom, hobbyists, and gamers have brought together incredibly diverse people from across the planet who all hate the final season of Game of Thrones.
Wait till you see this next one. Everybody.
Dude. Not everybody. No. Is that?
Nerdom has always been outrageously inclusive because we all share something far more important than race, gender, or sexuality. We share a culture.
Oh, Eddie. Your new best friend, Eddie, you think is cooler than me because he plays your nerdy game?
Yes. I never said that.
However, despite nerds being so hyper-inclusive, it's not all rainbows and butterflies.
I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
We have constant petty bickering, the escalating use of gamer words, and diehards screaming about the capabilities of Thor's hammer, who shot first, or which streaming model is best.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I want to know.
So again,
oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Shut the fuck up.
I think I deserve a better question.
You autist!
I don't know the fucking numbers. I don't fucking work there, dip.
These wild passions and hilarious insults are best summed up as nerd rage. And I believe that if harnessed properly, this nerd rage can save the world.
While fighting for her race's integrity and freedom! A Twi'lek! A Twi'lek! Star Wars! God, it's stupid oh, dude. I think I just broke my monitor. Twi'lek social justice. I'm glad you guys can see it. I can't.
You know, these guys are gonna a lot. I mean, there's
This is always when people are like, would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
If you told me when I was like 15 years old that I would be paid to watch the new Star Wars and Star Trek products,
and it would feel like a chore,
and that I would dread doing it, I would have thought you were crazy.
Remember when Star Wars used to put joy and excitement into your hearts? No, I can't. It's been so long.
Everyone knows that films get better and better with every sequel.
That is right.
That's a fact.
Yes, every sequel
Godfather
is better.
3.
Yes, Grease 2.
Rocky 6. They get better and
Everyone.
better and better.
Name a sequel that is not better.
He couldn't.
As nerd culture became mainstream, the original fans became less and less catered to, with the creators just assuming that we'd always buy their products, and that it was more important to bring in new customers. That is when the social justice warriors infected everything.
If the purpose of entertainment is escapism, I'm trying to get immersed in the entertainment, in the escapism, and you're just pulling me right back out of it and forcing me to be thinking about something that you find important when nobody else does.
Captain America is a social justice warrior.
They now hold a place, a coveted place, in the Guinness Book of World Records.
I love this message because everyone, it's all up. Everything's up. All they're showing is it doesn't work. Women in power equals fucking apocalyptic disaster.
They're making the case.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but that's kind of what you're doing right now.
The SJWs from the counterculture backwaters infiltrated us, abused our kindness and inclusivity.
I love the anime.
And in the name of fighting the system, they pushed their globo homo mega corporation ESG nonsense into every corner of our culture.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit.
Please clap.
My sexuality is still part of my identity.
And I think probably the most hurtful response that I get when I speak about this publicly is when people say, I don't care. Like, why are you telling me about this?
Don't care, didn't ask, cry about it, stay mad, get real, L mold, seed, cope.
It was Tuesday.
Along the way, they bastardized every beloved story and character that they could get the rights to, laughing and bragging like serial killers as they rampaged through our childhoods and the stories that helped shape us.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am your fabulous godmother.
But why?
What the hell is even that?
Oh, shall love me understand.
The Little Mermaid? Black?
Excuse me, everyone, I have a brief announcement to make.
Gee, great 10 Bobby Gay!
Did? The media is rage baiting our society into an irreversible collapse.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
We're ready to radicalize. We are ready to radicalize.
I'm ready to ride the pipeline of the alt-right. Let's do this.
Gary's ready to ride that pipe.
Rippa puts out his comic. Nobody has a problem. Then it starts gaining money. All of a sudden, progressives on Twitter start dropping the N-bomb like we're at a Klan rally. I was like, holy shit.
And that's when I knew these people are a bunch of frauds. I mean, how ridiculous.
What you least expect that you're going to want to see is Thor going through a midlife crisis.
Huh, okay, cool.
Stories are important to societies and cultures. They keep our history, they entertain us, and they teach us to be virtuous. Stories are as important to a culture as music and art. They inspire us and they shape our futures, which is why the social engineers must control them.
Kill him now.
I shouldn't.
Do it.
Get off me!
The pink-haired social justice warriors have captured most of our nerd culture. Many people have just acquiesced to the invasion, while others are Will Wheaton.
I would love to talk a little bit about the diversity that you mentioned, because Star Trek seems to always be really in the vanguard of diversity and representation in the world. And it is groundbreaking and wonderful that Star Trek has introduced non-binary and transgender characters into this universe.
Shut up, Wesley. That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
I will never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus kids' rights.
Well, you went full retard, man.
Bizarre.
Never go full retard.
But the outcast and rebels are a strong force within nerd culture.
Do we care about helping companies that clearly fucking hate us and tell them how to fix their bomb? Make
this isn't.
And people won't it.
Listen, you dumb sucker.
And the name calling and straw manning doesn't work on us. So the cancel culture mob can't control us. Big tech can't cancel enough of us. And now the hacks in Hollywood and mainstream media can't ignore us.
Because you know you can't control this. None of what we don't answer to you. None of what you say, aside from giving us content and us making fun of you, it doesn't matter. You're not stopping anything. And that makes them very angry. because that's the luxury that they got and the luxury of what they had. These are not very creative people that we're dealing with.
And we will make damn sure that they regret destroying the things that we love.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I fucking hate video games, because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
And for the third time, I don't hate white dudes.
Liar!
Isn't that just the worst though? You know, like you actively have to keep out the people who will degenerate the thing that you're trying to protect. You know, boundaries are there for a reason. It's a good thing.
I will do what I must.
You will try.
Our so-called gatekeeping is in reality usually just us arguing about pointless
But then, of course, African swallows are non-migratory. Oh, yeah. So they couldn't bring a coconut back anyway.
pointless that we're very, very, very passionate about.
I sold comic books, so if I got Spider-Man 1 through 12...
These aren't comic books,
no,
Gary! We know you ran a comic store, but these aren't comics!
Oh, I'm telling you how I can quantify the numbers. You dumb... stick to teaching, and I'll teach you about running a business.
And Jar Jar Binks, and he's all like, "Me, Sir Jar Jar Binks."
Eat and die, you worthless excuse for a human. I hate everything about you. I hate that I know you. Never speak to me again.
And that passion is why we're so protective of the characters and stories that have molded our childhoods and beyond. For a long time, this nerd rage helped keep the culture in line and scare off the normies. But then the mouse bought everything.
3 Disney videos we recorded today.
Yeah, 3 today.
They're all like the Disney shit that they're pulling.
They own everything. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Like, you hate Disney, and you should talk about something else. What? All the big things they own.
They own everything. You should just shut your channel down, Clownfish, because I don't like you.
You should just f*** off.
Current Marvel movie is great, but I am so excited for next Marvel movie, because next Marvel movie looks like it's going to be the best thing since current Marvel movie. We're so lucky to have Marvel movies in our lives. We really, really are.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Problem solved.
Stores are closing at a phenomenal rate. Independent comic sales are down. Mainstream comic sales are down, except for the top 3 or 5 books are up, and everything in the mid list is way down. Numbers that used to be numbers that would get you canceled are now like, no, that's a hit.
It means you're a loser.
The thing is, though, we're talking about Resident Evil. The show's not about Resident Evil, as as we've all said.
No.
This show is about intersectional feminism.
What does it mean to be a woman in film? It means it's really hard. And if you're a woman of color, then it's really, really hard.
This show is about people bad.
Yeah.
Men bad.
It wasn't long ago that video games were marketed entirely to a generation of guys. But now, gamers are everyone.
White man definitely out the picture, but men in general, no, they are servants, they are subservient, they're effeminate.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
The nuclear family bad. Socialism good.
We're communists.
Remember they had that like diversity department basically is what it was. And then they fired all of them.
Girl power, everybody.
And now the neo-socialists have gone far beyond gatekeeping, erecting their nerd version of the Berlin Wall. They demand that we all must live in a cultural East Germany, always watched over by their social media. And anyone who disagrees with them, even a little, are enemies to their state.
Whenever you do something about representation or diversity or whatever, there's always pushback. How would you counter that, I suppose?
Well, the real truth is those people are idiots. I think throughout history, you can see every time there's been social advancement as we wake up. The American story, the human story is one of constant social awakening and growth, and that's what makes us good. And you know, when that happens, there's always going to be people who are afraid and unaware and trying to hold on to what was before. But those people die off like dinosaurs.
Are you serious?
Hey y'all, Scott here, and this is bad, real bad.
They get by mainly because they're able to be tied to some mega corporation or what they deem as, again, the acceptable, legitimate form of entertainment. The culture. This is why the authoritarian left are so giddy about that sort of stuff, because they're like, well, we control what you can't help but to consume. And they get off on that.
They're going to call us all of the usual names. But who gives a what those losers with pronouns in their bios have to say about us?
我很抱歉对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉。
And they're like, yeah, gatekeeping's gotten so bad. It's like the nerds are in charge and they've misused their power. And I'm like, that's almost right. You almost got there, but it's actually the identity politics obsessed nerds and the activist nerds who have come in and this whole thing up through corporatism, by the way.
I almost had to think of Luke as another character. Maybe he's Jake Skywalker. He's not my Luke Skywalker.
And made it just completely unfun. And now it's getting unfun for them because they're losing. This whole time, instead of maybe listening to us, they got confirmation bias through every plot they were given, through Disney Star Wars, through Star Trek, through Doctor. Oh, good. They agree with all this. But all of a sudden, it's failing en masse right now. So the only thing they can do is attack our ideas instead of, I don't know, dealing with the truth.
It is like living in a dystopian future. Like suddenly we got dropped into the middle of a dystopian future and we're told to just go. What?
What gave you this idea? What prompted you to do what you did in October?
Well, you know, I'd been talking about this for a little bit. I've been in the commentary space, certainly on YouTube, various other channels, talking about comic books and the state of it and having my complaints. What I wanted to do was be a part of the solution instead of always griping about the problem.
It's time to stand up for our culture, to forcibly take it back from the big tech nerds and Hollywood degenerates who have absolutely wrecked it. Then create more culture of our own to replace what they've destroyed.
Did she just say dwarf of color? Oh my God, she said dwarf of color. No!
This isn't just about silly superheroes and preserving sci-fi canon. It's about protecting our civilization.
I say you're asking me to follow you into Mordor, which, if I'm totally straight with you, I think it's a really bad idea.
Politics is downstream from culture, and I assure you, the solutions to our many, many problems will never ever come from the federal government.
9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
It will come from us.
But the Shire is burning. So Mordor it is.
We are the tip of the nerd spear, and no one is going to save our culture but us. And if we can save our culture, we can save the world. Now is the time to stand up and put our nerd rage to good use.
Okay, Natalie, is it safe to say that this is the gayest movie ever made in the MCU?
I love that reading of it. Yes, I love that.
I mean, you're flying on rainbows. Or am I imagining it?
I mean, that is the core of the comics. I feel like that's where it all started. It's very true to the source material, I think.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
I just liked that it was a love story between 2 dudes on a boat, and that's what really drew me to it, to the show. I'm a gay icon now. I'm a gay icon now. I'm a gay icon now. I'm a gay icon now.
These people are a bunch of frauds.
I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
I have been kicked off of PayPal.
I fear something terrible has happened.
It's that idea of creating your own culture. Okay, if the powers that be aren't going to give us the things that we want, fuck it, we'll just create it ourselves then, and we'll show you how it's done.
And if I can impart just one item of advice in the dismal existence we all share, it's to stop asking permission to create. The president doesn't ask permission before bending down to huff a Girl Scout, so what are you doing?
There's a lot of work to do. Are you ready for that?
I am. Let's get to it.
There's a whole section of the audience that has felt alienated by the infusion of too much agenda.
It just made me wonder, who the f is this for? Who is this show for? Because it's like, it's definitely not for Scooby-Doo fans. Who is it for?
Who is this for?
I am struggling to comprehend the purpose. Like, who is this for?
This day is bananas. B-A-N.
I don't have a headache. I'm just preparing.
I'm not annoying. Come on, please.
Sorry, no.
Why are you running? Goodlands, half a league. Badlands, 20,000 leagues.
The message.
And really, I go to the movies to escape.
Velma not only hit a new low, they created one. They made one. Something happened to Mindy Kaling.
Also, who hurt Mindy? Who hurt you, girl? Who hurt you, please?
Even the girl who pretends to be a cat won't talk to me anymore.
Mindy, who hurt you? Why do you hate everybody? I have daddy issues. Please, Jim, please, please, please.
I watched the first 2 episodes of Velma. I'm not a hero. I'm just doing what any man would do in my position to protect the people he cares about. You.
And they're all saying exactly what we've been saying, but we were in trouble for saying.
Crap, mega crap.
Disney is the most potent, problematic force in pop culture today. If you said this 3 years ago, you were an alt-right. You were literally Hitler.
Because they're literally putting politics in every single facet of our lives now, whether it be our education, whether it be our entertainment, whether it be, our news.
Tonight at 11.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
And she is just very unlikable as well. That's kind of a theme in this show. No one is pleasant.
Stop all of this. Just no. Why? Oh, who wrote this?
This really is a Scooby-Doo show written by people who I think have either never seen Scooby-Doo or just hate Scooby-Doo.
That's cult tactics to wear you down. It's cult tactics to make you tired, mentally tired.
Yeah. Yep.
Because all you hear is this.
And so thank you, Glamour Magazine, for honoring me tonight. I never in a million years ever thought I would be here, and I'm sure you didn't either.
Definitely a no for me, dog.
Here I am, baby.
No, I don't wanna. I've had enough of the internet. I want to go home. Modernity was a mistake.
I've come to genuinely nurture a burning, despising, loathing hatred for modernity.
I never should have been an organ donor.
Because it's a cult mentality. At the end of the day, these people are a woke Hollywood cult. The cult could never look bad. The cult leaders could never look bad. They could never look like they're doing anything wrong. And the cult will never admit any guilt. They'll never admit any mistakes.
People were not happy.
They weren't happy with the change.
They were not happy. There was a lot of like, so not Velma.
If this is Velma, don't forget, you're a piece of
like those kind of tweets.
Right.
Not the classic Velma that I'm always thinking about.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? Make them again!
All they'll do is explain it away with their propaganda so that the NPCs and the lemmings that are following them are all controlled in the system.
Left-wingers came out and said that this must have been secretly made by right-wingers to make the left look bad.
That's just weird.
It has brought everyone from every side of the political spectrum, all genders, all races, all ages together in harmony to hate it.
Oh, I am so posting that.
Please update your status to loser across all social platforms.
Previously on Velma.
I'm really excited to see how much worse it gets for this show.
Can't a father and daughter just enjoy a nice meal at a strip club without it being awkward?
No.
No. There were no survivors.
This is Marxism through and through. And yeah, it's always been around Hollywood, but there was something up against it.
Investigating alleged communist influence and infiltration in the moving picture industry must not be considered or interpreted as an attack on the industry itself.
Is it funny women make 20% less than men and women of color even less?
No. This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
It's the purest form of bigotry there is. They just hate you if you're on the right or in the center.
It's a conspiracy to take over our government by force.
Or even go up against their ideas or question one of their ideas, even one of their own. If they question one of their ideas, they will destroy them.
White supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for. Slaves built this.
I can't stop laughing.
So there are fans who object to the diversifying of classic pop culture franchises, complaining about the series being too, quote, woke. But there's others who note the way that Velma has this crush on Fred. It shows a South Asian woman seeking romance and validation from a white guy.
It's a cult.
It's a cult.
It is a cult.
What are you gonna do about that?
Gotcha.
If you're part of today's woke revolution, you need to study the part of revolutions where they spin out of control because the revolutionaries get so drunk on their own purifying elixir, they imagine they can reinvent the very nature of human beings.
As a woman, I don't want to be called a menstruating person.
I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
It's all a bunch of stupidity. And as a woman, I don't want to hear it. It's like, I'm a woman, I'm going to call myself a woman. If you don't like it, you can go yourself. I don't care.
What if you're wrong?
If I'm wrong, nothing happens. We go to jail. Peacefully, quietly. We'll enjoy it.
The booty is mine. It belongs to me. You cannot take my booty.
But if I'm right, then we can stop this thing.
Yesterday, I asked ChatGPT, are there any similarities between today's woke revolution and Chairman Mao's cultural revolution of the 1960s? And it wrote back, how long do you have?
Slaves built this country.
I'm not a bigot. I'm just sick and tired of this on my TV 24/7 now.
Can I talk to you for a second?
Can't escape it.
And why don't we see this with trans men? Why are they just automatically men? They aren't ejaculation people.
Everybody, listen up. We just learned someone somewhere is being intolerant.
Dum 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 dum. Death is a preferable alternative to communism.
They will never be happy. It's a cult. It's a cult of misery, and misery loves company.
I'm just trying to get my dad's attention.
If I had my way about it, they'd all be sent back to Russia or some other unpleasant place.
Communism is the very definition of failure.
A lot of pointing and shaming went on.
Those are all white people, Daphne. Sounds like black fragility.
Oh, and about 1 million dead.
When I say that Velma is one of the most disgusting people on Earth, I genuinely mean it.
They really are making wokeism look terrible, but that's because it is terrible, right?
This is super taboo, but they're like, nah, it'll be fine. We've got the woke on our side. Well, they've lost them. No one is defending this show.
The show that's too woke for woke people.
Even progs on Twitter want to distance themselves from the show and even tried canceling Mindy Kaling again.
Yes, we do have our own Red Guard here, but they do their rampaging on Twitter.
If I'm supposed to respect somebody who's trans as a woman, and I usually do, and they want to be called a woman, I'm going to say, okay, fine. But if I want to be called a woman, then I should be called a woman. How is that phobic? It's not phobic.
So I'm not a biologist. The meaning of the word.
You can also get the excitement of Yahtzee in the palm of your hand with new electronic handheld Yahtzee. Yahtzee!
The Yahtzee good time!
That's some white people
No. And of course, submit to re-education, or as we call it here in America, freshman orientation.
We could pull down that statue! at you! Isn't that what everybody's doing nowadays?
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
I call them the brown shirts now. And
Well, you're not alone. We've used that one before.
Fitting title. They actually are the modern day brown shirts.
They are the modern day brown shirt.
Did I mention the web app designed to help sniff out streamers that played Hogwarts Legacy? Just in case you wanted to harass them, maybe. The Germans would have killed for this kind of technology in World War II to hunt down people for having the wrong ideas or backgrounds. Sounds eerily familiar.
Yeah, I don't give a about politics at the end of the day.
Don't care.
I just, the reason why I got dragged into all of this mess is because my entertainment, my leisure time, my relaxation time, my getaway time was infected by this through and through, all the way through.
Oh, let me guess. Communists?
Illuminati, the New World Order.
Slaves built this country!
I don't believe you're seriously considering listening to these men.
So this isn't a Democrat versus Republican thing. This isn't conservative versus Labor. This is a ploy by people literally adopting cult-esque tactics to drag you into their net.
One of us, one of us. Who will stop him?
Get him out of here. Bye.
Well, look at the time. I'm running late. Gotta go.
Who do you think they're gonna make gay from Little Mermaid? My bet is on Flounder.
How dare you?
I mean, let's just be real.
Like, ultimately, as fans, we want good stuff. Sorry, I don't think any of these franchises can truly be saved and built back to what they were. But if we see the culture turn around overall, that's a good thing. And we're already starting to see that. Woke is just eating itself right now. So that's the good news. That's the white pill in all this.
Empowerment! I'll fix you, Venkman. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna get you a nice fruit basket. I'm gonna miss him. All right.
We spoke our minds, which we are allowed to do in a free society.
Every time I was like, okay, take a breath, something new would happen, and it was,
everything's gonna be all right.
And the authoritative assholes who pretend to be counterculture turn out to just be tools.
If like Sauron is hot, I feel like people will be like, I can fix him.
And I mean, not the hardware kind of tools, the tools that are very short and shriveled.
This is why I don't understand. Like, people that were supposed to be progressive and liberal and stick it to the man and stick it to capitalism are now standing for corporations.
Fellowship of Influencers.
You must be so embarrassed!
Fellowship of Influencers.
Those kind of tools, they end up to be that kind of a tool for the system.
very excited after watching that.
And that's what they want. They want you to have a bunch of impotent, functioning tools.
Breathtaking. I literally didn't breathe.
Don't forget to breathe. Very important.
That's why we're here. That's why we had that meetup. What I heard the most, what I continually hear the most, and I'm not the only one who hears this, all of you, we thought we were going crazy.
I am Gwenriel of Eregion. My pronouns are she, her.
Because they're telling us 2 + 2 = 5. And we're like, it does not equal 5. And then we're called a bigot. You're not crazy. They're evil.
They're actually an oppressed, marginalized group that has been driven out by ethnocentric, xenophobic, Numenorians.
These are facts, and facts don't care about your feelings.
They're evil, and they're also cowards.
We get an elf that speaks Ebonics.
And this is something that they preach, like fear leads to division and authoritarianism. You're absolutely f***ing right, and you are playing right into it every f***ing time.
Also want to say representative, because we're getting like more diversity within this series. Like, we're seeing our first black elf, we're seeing the first female dwarf, and I'm very looking forward to like looking at that.
Everything hurts, and I'm dying.
And it's permeated through our entire culture. It's poison, it's cancer.
Growing up, I was still excited about being an elf or a hobbit and joining in with it, even though I wasn't represented, either my disability or my queerness wasn't represented.
But we thought that we should honor Tolkien by putting his messages into it.
My disability or my queerness.
Shut the fuck! Shut! No!
That's why we call it out. That's why the Fellowship is here. That's why I'm so freaking proud of the Fellowship. Don't with the Fellowship.
Young kids are going to see that on screen.
They will have women and children.
It's just going to be really nice for them to be like, oh, hey, there's someone that looks just like me. Being like an elf and a dwarf and just like me. Being like an elf and a dwarf just like me. Being like an elf and a dwarf just like me.
Is he retarded? Absolutely.
We just recently beat the out of $1 trillion company with the Rings of Power.
It's a long journey across Middle Earth.
That was incredible!
Jim Gordon, who's black in this.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You add Catwoman, who's not white in this.
It's still not working. Maybe I'm not doing it hard enough.
And then you add the mayor, who's a black woman. Again, very much on the nose for current day Hollywood.
Where to mine, where to tunnel, and where to leave the mountain untouched.
Did not like that. Took a little bit off the score for me, to be honest. Oh, come on. I actually enjoy the idea of like capturing Pokemon like slaves and making them fight to the death.
Okay, now we're canceled. Do not clip this.
He vatored! He vatored!
Take a seat, young Skywalker.
My experience with it is an 8 out of 10. I think this is an 8 out of 10 movie.
You.
I think it's a really f***ing good movie.
Thank you. I really needed this.
We wanted to talk about it, and we started talking to each other, and we found out we weren't crazy.
If you put electrodes on my nipples right now and then said, I'm going to turn this on, if you can't tell me the plot of Eternals, I'd be like, flick the switch, baby.
Hello there.
This is going on, and it's more than just bad movies. You know, we were talking earlier today. Remember when there was just normal bad movies?
Yes.
You know, shitty movies.
Just crap.
That's crap, and it's fine.
They fly now?
Oh no, how terrible.
Yeah, but how many things now are just like reboots, remakes, reimaginings,
remakes,
like
sequels,
sequels? Yeah, it's just like, it's like the
No
death
risk.
of creativity.
Hello there.
He recently said that Lando is pansexual, as you may have seen. Were you aware of this when you were filming?
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Did you know that?
I am over the days of where I used to want to save this company from itself.
I typed your symptoms into the thing up here and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
This is like stuff that could have been good and should have been good, but wasn't because they prioritized this crazy message because they are trying to engineer society through all things, including entertainment.
Because entertainment is an essential part of our lives.
Yeah. I didn't know he said that. How can you not be pansexual in space? There's so many things.
My disability or my queerness.
Those days are no longer, and now it's more of a benefit to me when they continue to do this goofy stuff because they're out of ideas and they're hiring people that probably shouldn't be in these positions.
And you can't deny there isn't a fight. We are in a culture war. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be over tomorrow, and we need to win it or we're screwed.
It's over.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Even though we created this nerd culture, the Marxist colonists who invaded and bastardized everything are portraying us as the villains.
You're aware you're gatekeeping right now, right?
That sounds like something a fake fan would say.
The people need to be reminded that the city belongs to me.
Their petty accusations against us, all their name calling and logical fallacies, is just confession through projection, a nightmarish look into their own depraved psyches.
I mean, just a little bit racist.
No. Why are you disappointed?
What? No.
Were you hoping I was racist?
Why would I
mean,
huh? Oh.
These white liberals or these screenwriters or directors, they come out like, don't you say anything about my black employees.
They're the plantation owners going, these are my slaves.
Yeah, you don't
treated
yeah,
well.
You don't
Unfortunately, all my shoes have mysteriously disappeared. I suspect Nargles are behind it.
I'm gonna speak for my blacks, okay? Because they can't speak for themselves.
This weekend, Star Wars fans made Obi-Wan Kenobi the most watched Disney Plus original series premiere of all time.
My blacks have to make sure I'm a great white ally because my blacks are not gonna say anything for themselves.
It seems that some of the fan base from this influential fan base have decided to attack Moses Ingram online and send her the most horrendous racist DMs.
I'm going to be the one to take the bullets for them because I'm the white savior and they're not going to be able to speak to any criticism. So my blacks are safe.
That we stand with Moses. We love Moses. And if you're sending her bullying messages, you're no Star Wars fan in my mind.
Well, because they can't.
That's how these people think, dude. Legit, that is literally.
how they think,
They believe these minorities belong to them.
There's no place for racism in this world. And I totally stand with Moses.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Keeps away the nargles.
Smeagol hates nasty homies. Smeagol wants to see them dead.
In just the last few years alone, the Overton window has shifted at a dangerous and traumatizing speed.
I guess we just sit here? Piece of cake.
I first discovered drag at 13. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted it. Put on the wig and the makeup, and I'm someone completely different.
Peter, I need you to hold my ears.
Just 4 decades ago, you get blacklisted for being a communist. Now, you get blacklisted for not being a communist.
Amidst the hypocrisy and the casual violence of certain individuals and institutions, we will, as per Chief Jim Hopper, punch some people in the face.
Roy Brewer, and he was sort of overseeing a bunch of other unions, just a lifelong union man, lifelong Democrat. He kept getting reports about it, and he thought they were, really? Russian communists are coming after our union? Come on.
My drag name is Vanessa Shimmer, and she is just a force you cannot reckon with.
And he got there and found out, oh my God, the problem is 1,000 times worse than I was told. This is not only not cartoonish or hyperbolic, this is something that is actually happening. This is bad.
And the Oscar goes to Roman Polanski.
And Ronald Reagan, who's a Democrat at the time, and quite a liberal one.
Right.
In fact, this is really what red pills Ronald Reagan, for all intents and purposes. This is where he begins his slow turn towards conservatism.
And this was at a time when there was a great communist infiltration of the motion picture industry. I don't think very many people are aware of this, that it really was, and it wasn't just something that a few of us dreamed up.
Ronald Reagan thought that these people, oh, this is just normal union politics. And then he heads into those meetings and he's saying, wait a minute, this isn't liberalism. This is not liberal. This is not what I signed on for.
My name is Noah, and I'm transgender.
The Academy congratulates Roman Polanski and accepts this award on his behalf. Because at that time, Hollywood pictures took about 90% of the playing time of all the screens of the world. And Stalin had publicly stated this was the greatest medium for propaganda.
I was noticing what was going on in video games and comics, and I was like, well, I'm on the inside and reading these scripts. I was very fortunate to just, I auditioned a lot, which means you have to read a lot of scripts. And I'm just like, I'm seeing the same thing happening, and I'm worried that it's going to lead to the same kind of hollowing out.
No, you seem to like Bill Clinton.
Really? And this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right. His career's over after this anyway. Who cares? Go ahead, Norm.
No, Bill Clinton, who's a great man, obviously.
Gentlemen.
The social engineers have made children into adults. And adults into children.
Become more confident.
Let me make sure you are appropriately fluffed.
Is this real life?
Yeah, this is real life.
They make men into women and women into men.
I'll have you know, I stubbed my toe last week while watering my spice garden, and I only cried for 20 minutes.
This is a sane place where women rule.
Yeah, you know what I have to say about that?
Our culture doesn't have a toxic fan problem. We have a toxic creator problem, a toxic actor problem, and definitely a toxic Twitter problem, but ultimately, we have a Marxist problem.
So now, if you have an opinion, and if you have passion, and if you say anything that doesn't line up with it, you are a troll, and they're going to dismiss you as that. You did a job. You wanted to capitalize off of this historic fandom, but you didn't want to respect what came before it.
Money, please. My money.
And then you want to try to sit there and modernize a prequel, which is ridiculous in every sense of the word.
Why are they destroying our entertainment?
The Rings of Power. Please give them a warm welcome. Everyone's cheering. You can hear them.
You suck.
Attacking us for not liking all their changes, then doubling down on their failures.
I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
It's a way to manipulate reality. The way we perceive reality is through pop culture and through the news. So whenever they take over both of those things and they say, everybody agrees that She-Hulk is the best show on TV. No.
Tell me, friend, when did Saruman the Wise abandon reason for madness?
Boggles the mind that so many of these corporate hacks want to emulate the network that was just sold, and we were all told, and I didn't mean that to rhyme, that it never turned a profit, the CW.
Where's this social engineering leading us? What's the end goal of these people?
We do! The cave is collapsing! This is no cave. What?
Is there something more sinister happening?
Row!
Are we in imminent danger?
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson!
Did you know that they hate you? And who are they, you may ask? Well, they are the usual suspects.
Do you have any idea how narrow that how little that narrows it down?
Yep.
Don't you ever besmirch Billy.
They are everybody in charge of the institutions. They are the entrenched media and politicians. They are the people who mainly, you may notice, congregate around the cities. And one of the reasons for that would be the fact that cities tend to turn into hive minds.
By assimilating other beings into our collective, we're bringing them closer to perfection.
Somehow, I question your motives.
Your words are poison.
I can't stop, I can't stop, I can't stop, I can't stop, I can't stop.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not just woke, it's woke plus.
Hell no.
Why does it seem like our entertainment is being created by a barely functioning AI?
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What?
I'm a computer.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
Stop all the downloading.
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
Help computer.
What a peculiar place to have a party.
Before we delve deeper down the rabbit hole, it's important to see just how far things have gone, to survey the damages up close, to witness the carnage.
While they flashed nasty bits of ultra-violence on the screen.
And they don't want what they're doing in the darkness to be brought to the light.
I choose to run toward my problems and not away from them.
What I love about drag is the glitz and the glam.
I choose to run toward my problems and not away from them. That's what
And sadly, this is just a fraction of the devastation. Buckle up gird your loins, and keep your arms and legs inside of the video at all times.
Oh my God, Morty, what did you do? You killed the Simpsons, Morty! No!
And I'll try to use my fun voice, I guess. Maybe.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Whoa! Excuse me, do you know where we can get a Krabby Patty around here?
Invaders!
And seriously, try to laugh. So that you don't cry. Fun voice.
Well, that's the end of Black Bolt.
Stop it, please! I beg you!
No.
You sound sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to scream?
Stay in your seat.
You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
Turns out, if you let in a load of people who hate your hobby into your hobby, they will fundamentally change it in ways that do not appeal to the people who actually made the hobby what it is. Turns out the second that people gave an inch, they took a mile.
Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi.
And folks, you're in for a fun ride, and by fun I mean ah! That's what I mean.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
You have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen.
Your favorite entertainment has been reprogrammed to reflect a modern day audience. Enjoy. Race swap, race swap, race swap.
Compensating? For what?
It ain't healthy for a mammalian body to hop more than 50 jumps at a time. I know that. We're about to do 700 more.
The diversity hire of the week.
Race swap, race swap, race swap.
How do I reach these kids?
More race swaps. Yeah, no race swap. Yeah, another race swap.
You're staying for dinner.
He's leaving.
He's staying.
He's leaving.
He's staying.
I want to see the biracial dwarves. Why don't you fucking show them?
Why are starting forward for the Detroit Darkies? Where'd you get the car? And the suit.
Right?
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the out of me.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
This is my destiny.
Here's what the haters would say. Well, Gary, are there any black characters? We have to modernize these stories. We have to make them more inclusive, because how will BIPOCs see themselves represented if they don't see someone with their own skin color?
I'm in danger.
Well, I mean, there's no hobbits, there's no elves. I don't know how anybody can enjoy that character. I mean, I'm not a Jedi, so obviously I can't enjoy Star Wars with that. That is the worst logic. It's logic that's meant to divide. It's straight up CRT. It's intersectional, which is about dividing us. We're individuals.
My culture is based on freedom and self-determination.
Freedom is irrelevant. Self-determination is irrelevant. You must comply.
I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've never been a teenage vampire slaying cheerleader.
Allegedly. And it didn't make you
want to be one.
It didn't make you want to transition to a high school cheerleader.
Instead of which you enslave yourself to this cult.
You don't like the color?
This is modern day, and modern day is racist. Sorry.
progressive. It's very difficult. Those two words just go hand in hand nowadays, you see. Empowerment.
Every fan of any property dreads to hear whenever there's a remake or a continuation or something of that effect, updated for a modern audience. You just know they're gonna ruin whatever it is when they drop those words.
But they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. And this is a movement, I'm telling you. They're not gonna stop.
Gender swap. Gender swap. Gender swap.
Come here.
Gender swap.
Who are you?
Gender swap.
I'm Ray. Ray who?
No.
You suck.
Gender swap.
Why do you want to hunt? Because you all think that I can't.
Nope. You son of a bitch.
Because you all think that I can't.
Gender swap.
This isn't about you.
Right.
Gender swap.
You are so fast.
I got this one.
Gender swap.
I'll get a jump start on that laundry.
Gag her. Crime fighters should be seen and not heard.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
That's all we'll hear of her nonsense.
She can't do that. Shoot her or something.
I view this one of two ways. Either one, the loser that wrote this just sucks miserably at her job, has no idea what she's doing, didn't do her research, is just grabbing at anything to slander you guys. Or two,
we already told you she was a woman, Drew. So.
Or two. Here's my point, Ryan. You're gonna like this one.
But what is a woman?
That stuff went everywhere, by the way, in every crack.
Gender swap.
Very hard to wash off. Wait. Every time you move it, they have to start from scratch.
Gender swap.
What'd she do? I turn it on.
Oh. Holy swap.
Holy. How did that get greenlit?
It'll get canceled quickly.
I am not a merry man.
No, that's not real.
To be fair, I'm totally fine with putting all the fat women on the front lines. They can absorb all the bullets they want.
I am the brand manager for G.I. Joe. I use she and her pronouns.
Holy shit. This is insane.
Oh my God. Why?
Ding! It's Feline AIDS Awareness Day, folks, so let's whip it in the keister.
You have said you would put a black woman on the court should a spot open up.
We are putting together a list of a group of African-American women who are qualified.
I say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Hello? Hello?
Don't worry. She's got help.
It sounds insane because it is.
She's a modern woman.
She's a modern, independent woman.
Yeah.
Who don't need no man.
Again, there's a real, I think, affection among the cast members, except for...
No, this is terrible.
What was the vibe like on set when you guys were all on set together?
They sucked. I hate everybody here.
Lots of fighting. Everybody, me.
Sabotage.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh. Did you want to?
Sorry. I'll let you.
Next time. Okay.
Empowerment.
I'm looking forward to showing you around Plandopolis today.
Like post 2016, we did kind of see like this awakening of people start to wake up. A lot of young people, millennials and younger people engaging with politics, realizing we're about to lose the country.
Are you ready to go? Have you got your calorie card open on your smartphone?
We saw some organizations come out of that, like Blexit, Walk Away, all these people kind of waking up to what's taking place and walking away from the left. I think we're going to see that again. We're already seeing that.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party that's under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers who were driven by cowardly wokeness.
Things are so bad, dude.
I registered your visit with Slick Travel Corp the other day, so they've allotted you a journey time to match mine.
Comradeship? Hello, comrades. 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 Sisters, brothers, friends, and comrades.
Who divide us by racializing every issue and stoking anti-white racism.
Hey, yo! You do that again, I'm a bust!
That's not racism. They talk like that.
Who actively work to undermine our God-given freedoms that are enshrined in our Constitution.
Switch off brain and go to work. With this many people around, I'm glad there's a mega computer in charge.
Comrades, we shouldn't be having this debate. Please, comrades. But comrades, comrade chair, comrades, comrades, comrades.
There's no excuse. They still try and blame Trump, and they try and blame white supremacists, you know, like Ryan.
Allegedly.
But they just that narrative just I'm messing with you, Ryan. I love you. That narrative just isn't working anymore. I mean, they don't have much to blame on the high gas prices. They don't have much to blame on the rising prices in the economy. I mean, we don't have freaking baby formula.
Instead, it stands for a government that is of, by, and for the powerful elite.
And if we are not careful, the outcome might be the rise of digital dictatorships.
Well, it won't be long until the little darlings get their career announcements. They've been working so hard, so I'm sure they'll get something good.
Comrades. Hi, comrades. Comrades. Solidarity, comrades. And I tell you, comrades,
there's a lot wrong right now, and I really do think a lot of people are starting to wake up to the reality that there are some people to blame here, and I think they know who they are.
We have to prepare for a more angry world.
What do you mean by that?
It just looks like your country is being run literally by a foreign power right now.
It's we're run by a globalist power.
Our annual sustainability reports will summarize progress towards existing goals and define ESG goals for future years.
Right, what's on the menu this month? No, not meat. It's not your birthday.
Comrades, comrade of mine.
Our comrades.
Comrade, comrades.
Backdooring CRT and collectivism into big corporations, fusing government and corporations, which is a type of fascism.
Watching communists essentially trying to say that fascism is right-wing or conservative or something like that is just nonsense. It is the final form of leftism. That's what fascism is.
And they want us to like not own anything. They've come out and said it. It's like, I mean, it's not a joke.
You will own nothing and you'll be happy.
Eventually, you'll be able to like have a subscription service to a grocery store where you pay them a certain amount and you can like get certain amounts of food. Of course, they'll ding you a little bit and it'll all be electronically paid. You'll have an electronic card that they can fucking shut off whenever they want. You think this isn't a fucking joke?
When is comrades from our comrades? Solidarity, comrades.
Thanks, comrade.
Join me in leaving the Democratic Party.
Empowerment.
Since day one, our government has been committed to protecting the rights of two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and additional sexuality and gender-diverse people.
What?
Who?
Updated for modern audiences. How about new?
It's always a furry starting.
It always is a furry start. And you know what? We were too tolerant with these motherfuckers. They were, you know, when they were in their little weird furry corner and they were staying fucking hundreds of yards away from my fucking kids and me, I was fine.
Canadian bear. I'm a Canadian bear.
The fuck you say to me, you little Van Expo. Oh my God, it's Johnny. Give me 20 push-ups in your knuckles. You understand, you stupid bear? Okay.
Gay. Gay.
Oh, piss cakes of a dick.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Gay.
Well, you didn't have to go and hit me, did you?
Here are your Scooby snacks.
Gay.
And I would have gotten away with it too if not for those scissoring kids.
Yeah.
I hope you die. Sincerely, Velma.
Race swap.
Well, at least Judy's still white.
Bisexual, also known as gay light.
Yeah, well now it's becoming like this whole big thing. It feels a little gay.
It's not gay, Charlie.
Okay,
Just take your shirt off.
Quit, mate. Go ahead.
Me or wasn't
I hunted, Rob. I hunted
Gay.
for Tobey Maguire's dick.
hate crime? We have an alien hate crime. Come here, buddy.
Tim Drake Robin is bisexual, even though there's no indication ever in the history of the character that he was. And now they're saying Batman might be bisexual.
Oh my God, do you guys remember straight people?
Yeah, they had a nice run. What?
And I think Wonder Woman's bisexual, and I think Lex Luthor's bisexual. I don't know. Everybody's bisexual.
I come from an island of all women. Work it out for yourself.
What have you done?
Now I like you, now I want you.
I don't know if you're making this up or not.
I don't know.
All we can do is the easy way out of the hard way. So the choice is yours, right?
Our whole lives could be going around the world saving nature, freeing all female armies, partying, getting free stuff. It would be so fun.
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, do you know something?
What?
I don't care.
Amazeballs.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
Yes! Yes!
Where do you think you're going, Junior? Sit down.
So that was cool. Show me more.
Are you enjoying yourself? Fucking thing sucks!
You killed us all!
That was an epic win.
Whoever's behind this clearly lacks imagination.
How do Vulcans choose their mates? Haven't you wondered?
Oh, God.
If I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality, where you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying?
No, we have to get out of here!
You are a sad, idiotic psychopath.
No, tragically, we are both heterosexual.
Gay.
I don't want Lara at any type of relationship. Before anybody sits here and tries to call me a bigot.
I promise to love you every moment forever.
I don't think she should be straight. I don't think she should be gay. I don't think she should be anything in between. I think Lara Croft should go back to how she was intended to be.
Super gay.
Yeah, that's Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot coming out in full costume, cape and mask as the Rona, as in Corona Destroyer.
And between all of these teams and adventures, she even found time for love.
Gay.
But America's not really looking for anything too serious right now. Sorry, ladies. Did I mention she's bilingual?
Oh God, I'm actually crying laughing.
Me too.
It's Clown World! It's your Clown World! No, in real life, I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat.
You've ruined my life.
Well, two dudes getting married, that doesn't seem very gay.
Ruined my life.
Who hasn't had gay thoughts? Think, Mark!
Back to the pile.
Jump in!
Come on, everybody!
What?
We live in Clown World. We live in Clown World right now, and it's just
Idiocracy.
That's the level of discourse in America at the moment. It's like, but Republicans are like, crime isn't good.
It's a bad thing to be murdered.
And the Democrats are like, you're a racist.
Have you ever tried being murdered? It's good for you, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna need you to put him way up inside your hole, Morty.
In my butt?
Put him way up.
No. Wait.
Oh, jeez, Rick. I really don't want to have to do that.
You are gonna get so much shoved up your ass tonight, Four Eyes.
It sucks to be out here.
I don't care anymore. It's not Lara Croft. It's not. I think this is stupid, but it's not like this is the same person anyway. So whatever they do with her at this point will not surprise me anyway. And I'm checked out.
Billy Eichner blames straight people for dismal opening of gay rom-com Bros. And he doubled and tripled down on this, blaming straight people in certain parts of the country for being homophobic and not going to support his garbage movie.
Are you gay?
What? No, I sell propane. Why are you gay?
Billy Eichner and bros.
Hey, I'm gonna go. This is nice meeting you. Yeah, you too. It was lovely.
Enhance. Stop.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
There's a reflection.
Miss Piggy is turning the frogs gay.
Magnify that death spear. Why is it still blurry?
Empowerment.
What has happened is that gamers, we've constantly been pushed to like be more inclusive, let more people in on the hobby, and we start being more open and allowing more people in, and look what happened. The entire community has been hijacked.
And that is where the horrible phrase comes in. Remake it. When they say that, they don't actually mean they're making it for an external audience out there. What it actually means is I want to insert my own ideological beliefs into the work, and the audience it should be made for is me.
Are there any marginalized communities you want to apologize to?
Nah.
Make it for the modern day. All this bull you continue to hear time after time, when in reality, what audience wants is the audience just wants these characters that they're pulling from the comic books to be those characters.
Who are you? Who?
But my enemies call me Namor.
Who the f are you?
I got very upset when they decided to race and gender swap all my favourite characters and tell me I'm a racist, even though I gave them the job by buying the books. There's Drag Queen Story Hour at London Comic Con. Why?
You're sick! That's creepy!
Why is it there? It's everywhere. Why?
Oh, disgusting!
Social engineering over actually entertaining people.
And then it's like social justice warriors can like go kick rocks.
Yeah.
No comment. Got it.
No, I mean, I 100% agree. Social justice warriors can kick rocks.
Fine you $2,500 for misinformation, whatever misinformation means.
You're not going to get it if you have these notions.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
That, folks, is a test, certainly a test for the future, because if everything is electronic, then what prevents your bank from saying, due to wrongthink, we're cutting off your bank account? Due to wrongthink, we're cutting off your food supply.
By reporting hate crime when it happens, you can help stop it happening to someone else.
Better put me on a list. I might be one of those domestic terrorists.
So for the last 4 years, when you're like, something's different. Like, I know Hollywood has been mostly left, but I know they also like to make money. So like, why are they trying to social engineer through stories now instead of like, you know, throwing in a message here and there? There's difference between I'm going to throw in a message and then social engineer. There's a big difference. And now that is so blurred.
I had to make an emergency visit to the Cry Freedom ghettos.
Cry Freedom ghettos. Cry Freedom ghettos.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side!
They are trying to conflate racism with criticism to stop people criticizing shit.
There's a tempest in me.
Because they are pumping out shit. And it's shit on TV, and it's shit on the theater, and it's shit everywhere.
If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Anyone that puts out a criticizing voice, anyone that says, look, I didn't like it for these reasons.
You're fucking racist.
Sorry, you've now just been grouped up as a racist because there is in this product a black actor, a black actress.
I thought one thing that was very interesting was the way that the critics are reacting to this, because for the past months and past years, when we don't like something, when the audience comes out and says, we don't like this, this is garbage.
You're a disappointment.
What happens? We get attacked. We get called racist. We get called sexist. We get called bigoted.
And the technique is called fan baiting. So they're baiting the fans, they cause outrage in order to, first of all, get rid of the negative reviews. Because you can say there's a lot of racist bigots that are review bombing us. And now if you give a negative review, you're being lumped with the racist bigots. They get free advertisement in the New York Times, The Guardian, BBC, everyone talks about these movies.
Amazon says reviews are being dragged down by fans who are upset about the show's diverse cast.
Well, it only takes one to lower the property values, you know.
I have seen my white friends, male and females,
been called racist, been called misogynist, and I cannot take another movie that literally is designed to put one little small segment of people up and take all the rest down. I'm so fucking sick.
Excuse me, I got something in my eye.
It's fan baiting. It's an actual marketing technique now, because what they do is like they'll take over some IP that's popular.
It's mine, you understand? Mine! All mine! Get back in there!
They'll announce their casting, and it's like, hey, you know all these characters that used to be white, they've become like black women or whatever for some reason.
I like men now.
Apart from the racism thing, I kind of agree. I don't think it makes sense to have black characters in Lord of the Rings.
You're fucking racist.
Yeah, aren't you mad? Don't you want to protest this? Don't you want to say something about it on the internet? Go ahead, you know you want to do it. Do it.
Ooh, what does this button do? You have no idea what it does.
And then they're like, well, that's our actors getting like racist or sexist harassment. That's the kind of toxic fans that are dealing with this thing, and it's all free publicity for their show.
I want you to do it, I want you to do it. Come on, hit me, come on, hit me.
A man of color that's leading the box office. What do we see from the mainstream media? The Rock fails in Black Adam, possibly the worst movie ever.
That's racist!
Now, if I made a video that said that about Rings of Power or She-Hulk, I'd get labeled a racist or a bigot, right? Because that's what's been happening for the past several months.
The fact that you are the first black woman to be a dwarf in Tolkien, the first woman to be a dwarf in Tolkien.
Mainstream media, not so much the case. It's interesting how that works, isn't it?
This is necessary. This is a revolutionary moment.
It's a recipe for strong gravy. What? You want us to gag you?
You're already doing that, but I would like to be blindfolded.
These white privileged holes.
Is it safe to say that based off of your comments, you're suggesting that these women at these abortion rallies are ugly and overweight?
Yes.
You want an abortion? Get one!
What do you say to people who think that those comments are offensive?
Be offended.
Since we will never ever surrender to the woke mob, Florida is where woke goes to die.
Shut up and take my money.
And stay away from my son or I'll kick your ass.
Keep being toxic, gamers. Keep it up.
I like it.
I'm so proud of this community.
So don't black pill, clown pill. Things are funny, okay?
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Stop crying. It won't do any good. And anyway, you have a lot of work to do, starting right now.
Serious crap! I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny!
Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Name of this piece is called
I'm a unitard!
I didn't know until I was 40 years old that the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
If you're still watching this, then sorry in advance, I guess.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Well, I think the elephant in the room is Hollywood is making movies for the mob on social media and not for general audiences.
Duh.
Brace yourselves.
Because this is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on.
Trans, more trans again.
I'm so sick and tired of all these f***ing weirdos.
Honestly, I find that kind of bigoted, David.
Okay. You've also said that, in a sense, Jeopardy is your Olympics. What do you mean by that?
This is sort of the peak of my, performance.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman.
I've been able to do the sport that I love as my authentic self.
That's not your mother, it's a man, baby!
Yeah, come on.
Okay, I've had it. That's it. And I was like, honestly, I just assumed when the sun went down, it popped back up as the moon, you know?
Women are often the creators of change in terms of the changes that we see in our society and our culture.
No! Look at it! It's mine! I'm the best! I'm the strongest!
Love the haircut.
What are you doing? What is this?
It's, Victor.
Who's Victor?
Put the lotion in the basket!
You get a trans, you get a trans, everybody gets a trans.
And you get diarrhea, and you get diarrhea. Everyone's getting diarrhea.
You should no longer be a Prime member.
It's just really been obvious that there was a need for this in our community.
The library partnered with the DC chapter of Drag Queen Story Hour to bring the family-friendly events to the nation's capital.
Do not kids, it's no good kids.
This is the golden section where most of the emotional damage will be delivered.
The social engineer's primary goal is to destroy the nuclear family.
Yes, I'm afraid I am a bit naive.
They do this by corrupting and denigrating what it means to be a man.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be
what it means to be a woman.
I'm at the point in my manhood where I'm actually happy.
And what it means to be a child.
This is a place of love and support because we need that in this world.
That right there is emotional damage.
Unfortunately, we're starting to head more into a time where they want to completely destroy any sort of distinctions or differences that there are between women and men.
They invert everything, which sadly brings us to drag.
I hate mode. Okay. I'm gonna go play Candy Crush.
Drag.
Be confident, you look good.
So much more drag.
You know better than to discriminate against homosexuals.
Yeah, but these guys are really super gay.
Justin Trudeau!
We're not raising our kids to be discriminators.
I'm dying. Help me.
Oh, God!
2S LGBTQI plus action plan.
Can we translate that?
No.
All right, zip it.
The family is at the core of our society. It's the last bastion against the woke mind virus.
I've got some news.
And the winner of the Miss America pageant.
Subtitle, zip it.
I don't believe you. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Say something crazy like I'm wearing ladies' underwear. I am.
It's a thong! Ow! They're briefs!
Too late, I'm in the 40s. Gotta go around the horn. It's faster.
I think the Gary prophecies definitely came true 2022. The MCU thing just totally came to fruition, and I'm kind of like wondering what's next. Is it the MTU? Is it the MDU? The drag queens? Like, where the hell are we going, man? Because I mean, I'm just like, I'm stoked to watch it all burn down.
I'm all for acceleration now. I'm just like, you know what? Make half the all-female Avengers trans, and I want them bossing around Black Captain America for 2 hours.
Diversity isn't a strength. Unity is our strength, and unity comes from being able to see our differences and appreciate our differences, and then working together despite our differences.
It's morphin' time.
Bill, look away. I'm hideous.
Welcome to the Gymquisition, everyone. I'm James Step On Me Sterling, your humble hostess.
I am shocked and appalled.
And long-lasting emotional damage.
If you have no families, you have no humans.
Wow. Wouldn't have been my first call. But down in the real world, we're faced with ugly choices. You maniac! You blew it up!
Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
Yeah, this is it.
Elon Musk is ruining Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr if you want to see more wolf videos, guys. It's like, who is this? What is wrong with you that you think you're the moral compass drawing dog?
Wait a minute! Who are you?
The Marxists have abused the apathy of the general public for a long time, leading to increasingly obscene behavior. But now, they've finally started to go too far, even for the normies.
To enforce social liberalism, you need a strong state, because social liberalism inevitably ends up going down the leftist route of, well, we can't have you misgendering that person, they're offended, get the pronouns right, bigot, and if you don't get the pronouns right,
you right to jail.
Admiration I actually have for China, because their basic dictatorship.
If it's anybody out there that knows of someone that might be showing concerning behaviour around conspiracy theories, anti-government, anti-police.
Basic dictatorship.
That's what Gamergate is about. It's about like terrorizing women.
Conspiracy theories around COVID-19 vaccination. We want to know about that. And you can either contact police directly or go through Crime Stoppers.
Just working the base of the microphone here,
Just practicing some cupping.
God, Gary, what has real BBC become?
Oh, God! Damn you all to hell!
Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad.
How is production on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem going? And that's the Seth Rogen feature, the animated feature you're doing.
Feels like a death pool.
It does, because we have the Marvels. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll go see it because I like the Ninja
Seth
Turtles.
Rogen.
Me
Seth Rogen
too.
produced.
Oh, he is?
Seth Rogen produced. Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, poor Tom from Midnight's Edge is going to have an
I might be
aneurysm.
wrong.
I'm so happy to see this reimagination of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is that right?
That's correct.
I see.
And can we change the name Mutant? That seems a little problematic and judgy.
You're a full-fledged mutant hottie.
Do not call me mutant or hottie.
No.
And I'm thinking about, what if we made all the turtles, well, let's do 3 women and 1 trans turtle. How's that sound?
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
You lose! Good day, sir! All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God, my life has value.
The social engineers are obsessed with tolerance. But what exactly do they mean by tolerance?
Not women? Wow! Okay. Men? Chicks with horses? Worse than horses?
Oh, I am not a pervert, okay? It's just...
If my cat turned into a cat girl, I would have sex with her. Anyone that says no is lying.
It's literally a weird sex cult.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore! The board finds you obsolete.
You don't tolerate good things. You tolerate bad things.
We're here, and we're not going anywhere.
Like, each turtle should have their own culture. Like, don't you think we should have each turtle come from a different part of the world? And they would each have their own culture they would bring to the table? Oh my God! This is so excellent! We're creating!
You.
Yeah, pretty much. You're an inhuman monster! I said good day!
It has the first kiss between 2 men in the show.
The costumes are divine. The makeup, the hair. There's a deaf sign language using character.
It's a show that's made with so much love, and that's really fun.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Please, God, help us. Because
House of the Dragon star Emma Darcy is biologically female,
identifies as non-binary, plays female roles, okay? Makes GQ's Men of the Year list. Make it make sense!
Non-frickin' binary.
Ooh, you suck.
Ruby Rose.
I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore!
More non-binary.
Of course, with a pair of bunny ears. The shoot is earning praise on social media for being so progressive.
You are the worst human being I have ever met.
This kind of expression should come as no surprise.
So, what's the difference between gay and queer?
Wait, we can say queer now?
I'm gonna enjoy it. Fucking quiz!
Man, this is awesome!
Empowerment! If you use discriminatory behaviour or you start insulting other people's views again, then we will take action.
I want to ride again! I want to ride again!
But if it sounds like a queer and looks like a queer, I should think it's probably a queer.
Probably is a queer if he looks like a queer and he sounds like a queer.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang! Quiz!
I'm still getting death threats for that one to this day. It was great. It was so much fun.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Ever been beaten up by a guy dressed like a chick?
Come on, let's go! I'm right here! Ooh! Somebody stop me! You're supposed to say I have the right to remain silent! Nobody said I have the right to remain silent!
I'm just here to apologize. I'm ashamed of myself.
I'm disappointed in myself. And I promise to be better.
Probably a queer.
Probably is a queer.
Probably a queer.
Probably a queer.
I'd love to talk about the process of taking a historically straight character like Cheryl on Riverdale or a historically cis character like Vanya and putting a queer spin on them.
The real agenda behind tolerance is about getting us to accept our own destruction, to just sit back and let the social engineers undo generations of human progress.
You can either be a fairy or a queen. It's wide open.
Oh, hell no!
Alright, let's get on to the really demoralizing fact that everything you love has been turned queer now. And that's not my words, by the way. That's the words of a group of TV, film, and comic book executives.
One of the programmers the other day was talking to us about the cycle of trans and queer narratives and how first they need to be tragic. So again, we can have empathy with the larger public and, you know, we have our HIV stories and all these things that have already happened. And then they turn into comedy and sort of that best friend character or what have you, and their supporting character, the main character. And then we go into the normalization.
Probably queer, yes.
Probably queer.
Probably queer.
Yeah, probably made queer.
Oh, I'm sorry! I thought I was in America. I'm sorry.
So happy you're protecting these children so they can go get indoctrinated and go in there for transgender story time. You're such a good American. God bless this guy.
If Picard and Data get it on with each other, that would be really non-binary.
People say I bully you, but I think it's deserved.
It's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
The term is genderqueer.
He looks like a queer. He sounds like a queer.
He does. Yes, he does. Yes.
People who are queer, gender non-conforming, etc., etc.
It's almost like they want to destroy the country.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
I shall put him down as probable queer.
Seriously, what the fudge is a non-binary?
It's Ditto!
Only I didn't say fudge.
I want to do it because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things.
What, is this a communist country or something? I thought this is America.
I don't like having fun, but I'll try.
This cult of tolerance are the most intolerant and exclusive people on the planet, happy and willing to destroy your life if you don't fully accept their ever-changing doctrine.
It's just gotten to cult level scary.
You have
no idea just how reasonable I've been.
Yeah.
For some reason, especially within the last week, everyone's come out and said Jesus is gay, or trans, or queer, or non-binary.
Right. Yeah, of the woman who was getting married, who I said had a nice rack and turned out to be a dude.
Yeah.
Thank God nobody found out.
The woman! Get him! Her! Arrest that woman!
I'm never complimenting any ever again in my life.
Yeah, right.
In public.
Well, you should give him his dignity. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Oh. It's funny because it's true.
This is why you gatekeep. And yes, if you're in part of a hobby, a subculture, gatekeep the shit out of whatever it is that you do. And if people come in and start saying, oh, if you could just change this little thing to make it a bit more inclusive, you tell them to freak right off, because that will never stop.
Good. I'm glad you found me. Listen, I'm very badly burned, so if you could just... You shot me!
We are revamping ourselves to a style that is more progressive, diverse, and welcoming.
Every word of what you just said was wrong.
And if you don't like it, we will just block you, you disgusting cis.
You made those words up.
No, those are real words.
I lost something I couldn't live without. My identity.
So anyway, thanks for the pen.
Oh, it's okay. I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
Dude, tolerance kicks ass.
That's our Cartman.
They will always ask for another thing and another thing and another thing until whatever it is that you're interested in, you don't even recognize it anymore, because they have changed it so much and it still won't be enough for them.
It all started last week, Monday morning to be exact.
To work so hard, they don't know so little.
The day I lost my identity. I gotta go.
Book of the Damned, calling yourself a witch, conjuring creatures to abduct a kid. I don't exactly call that being reasonable.
They'll be putting you up on the highway to work so hard.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Enough, I get the point.
And the police's response to me is to simply stay off my electronic devices.
From now on, it's gonna be ran by women, owned by trans women, for all women.
Snake, are you okay? Snake? Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Got a smile for me, huh?
Smile for me.
A smile?
Yeah.
Well, you look nice when you smile.
What, no smile?
This global diversity and sustainability agenda has infiltrated everything.
There is no reason for an NHL Pride Night where all these players are forced to skate around in rainbow shit.
It has seeped into all of our lives.
The X-Men at some point are going to be appearing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I told y'all this was the Fantastic Four when they got announced. You are not getting a straight white family with the Fantastic Four. Forget about it.
This is gonna be awesome, yo.
So we just gonna ignore that hate crime, huh?
The comic book industry doesn't have any incentive to make the comics that people want because their parent companies are paying for them.
Know the goddamn toys and show them some fucking respect.
We're in the post-profit age for a lot of these companies.
You were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
And now, the gray goo of Globo Homo has become inescapable.
I take plants and I process them into goo. I'm a goo man.
Everything is politicized. Politics will come to you.
Doesn't matter if it's sports, doesn't matter if it's movies, doesn't matter if it's video games, doesn't matter if it's pottery.
My name is Faye Johnstone. I'm the executive director of Wisdom to Action.
Mommy, what is that thing?
I don't know, but it's hideous, isn't it?
Yeah, this isn't creepy at all.
We can create a world where everyone is able to live in public space as their honest and authentic self.
Yeah, off.
Yes, chef.
These motherfuckers, if they can find any type of way to sink their claws and teeth into it, it's there. Politics is everywhere.
I have factories all over the country. I have trucks right now loaded with goo that can be here within the week.
You can't avoid it anymore. If you avoid it, you're allowing them to continue to poison it with their bullshit ideology.
I believe in an all-inclusive country music.
Hypothetically, if you ever kill your husband.
The mega corporations were infected with ESG by the asset managers who control trillions of dollars.
I've stumbled onto a major company conspiracy, Mac. How about that for stress?
But they are just carrying out the agenda of institutions like the United Nations and the World Economic Forum.
Take a look at this.
Why is the FBI director speaking at the World Economic Forum?
Extortion is my business.
Well, what's the director of the FBI got to do with any of that? YouTube have chosen to demonetize this channel.
I love democracy. I love the Republic.
What we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau. Half of this cabinet, or even more, are for our actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay?
That we penetrate the cabinets. That we penetrate the cabinets. Penetrate the cabinets.
What did he say? We shall see a new power dominating the world.
Kill it! Kill it with fire! Everyone flee!
Take your basic bitch ass and toss it into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
And their true agenda has absolutely nothing to do with saving black, non-binary lesbians or the environment.
There'd be no climate crisis if it wasn't for racism.
Alrighty then.
So it's cult indoctrination, because that's what this is.
Everybody should try drag at least once. It's really fun.
Even kids?
Yeah. It's time for a pride parade.
Introducing SNL's first non-binary cast member.
What the f*** are they? All of this stuff we're seeing that's done in Hollywood, it doesn't come organically. It is not Hollywood that decided on their own. We're gonna do this to show how virtuous we are.
Again.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us.
Shut the f*** up. And may God have mercy on your soul.
They got my pronouns right! Let's go!
Shut the fuck up.
Talking of all you perverts, or dressing in drag as a kid, which is a threat to nobody,
Alrighty then.
it was a big year for paedophile movies.
The people that are executing it, they may think that because they've been indoctrinated into it, but the money men behind it, they don't want to cater to any particular audience. Their goal is simply to destroy.
That's dead on.
Wow. Yeah, you nailed it.
You nailed it. Boy.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
It's like Batman stuff. Batman's a fascist.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
This is their plan, people. These are demons.
That is true.
It's treason, then.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
This is all intentional. For people that are out there that don't understand this cultural Marxist agenda is intentional about targeting education, targeting arts, targeting even religion, the church, you name it. It's a front of an information war, a cultural war, and it's getting to the point, we're already past the point. You cannot just sit on the sideline anymore.
Cameron Robinson and what?
There's no just sitting here hoping that it goes away. There's no just sitting here saying, you know, I don't want to involve politics into, they're already doing it. So if you want this stuff to change, you got to start engaging. Like you have to start really meeting these people where they are to win back the culture.
What's the galaxy ever done for you? Why would you want to say this? Because I'm one of the idiots who lives in it.
There is cultural Marxism, whether people want to admit it or not. This is the origins of CRT, intersectional feminism, where it's dividing everybody into groups.
Uh-oh. 2 independent thought alarms in one day.
We're losing the individual. So we have this collectivist mentality.
Disney has cozied up to the communist regime in China.
It's beyond woke. Woke is the nice word for it, believe me.
Disney also capitulates to the Chinese government's every censorship demand in order to retain access to their market.
Woke is the nice word for what they've been doing, is dividing us as a country, dividing us culturally in every single thing we love. It's all part of the fucking blueprint.
They've decided that they're going to get rid of us.
And fascism would be the other word for it.
Non-compliant resident alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold your new god, Mr. Burns.
And you know what? This sounded crazy 5 years ago.
I'll eat your ass. I will.
It did. It sounded crazy. Sounds a lot less crazy now, doesn't it?
In addition to working for me, you may now praise me as your almighty.
Amen, sir.
This really feels biblical, to be honest. Like,
it is,
the idea of the war between heaven and hell.
Hi. My name's John. Jesus wept!
They openly admit their intentions at this point.
Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, let's break it down! For this is like traditional Marxist socialist engineering.
Metaphor.
This sort of suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
It's to demoralize.
The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already.
I think that we send a very clear message to people that you're not welcome here.
Breathe all the there.
The express intent of all that's being done to Star Wars, everything like that, is to demoralize society.
I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
Dad issues.
Most of it is done by Americans to Americans.
Disney has turned from a place of magic for children to an ideological company serving LGBTQ IA+ lobbies to children.
Didn't see that coming.
I need to go to the customers and tell them you f***ed it up.
And it's done across the board, and the entertainment is just one little thing.
Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia!
A person who was demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him.
We're living in a time where people are trained to view things through the lens of your truth.
We will not let fear win.
Speech. Speech. Speech! Speech!
I have not done everything in my power to ensure that the sets I work on are inclusive.
You gonna get another haircut?
Not likely.
The entertainment side, that is just one aspect of a coordinated, hostile effort.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be
It's basically an intergalactic invasion into this space through...
That is also true!
I'm telling you, it's what all the ancients said, it's what they warned of, it's what we're dealing with. They're...
Hey, that's space.
Can't say anything these days.
We have to really do the hard work to truly understand systemic...
You're an imbecile.
Speech! 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 Speech!
And a lot of it has to deal with, me talking to the UN.
The woke agenda.
Expediting what's going to be happening with the melting ice caps.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Bobby, vegetarians can't be trusted.
God damn it, dude, I'm having a panic attack. I'm actually having a panic attack. Will you settle down and have another cup of coffee?
Even if I take him by force to the Soviet Union and show him camp, he will refuse to believe it.
Really just the idea of us ruining our planet. Hey, kids, always recycle.
To the extreme!
And the fact that we all need to get it together and save our home.
This is no hoax, ladies and gentlemen. I urge you to run for your lives while you can. We're not making this up just so we can take over the world.
That's a fake laugh.
It's real!
What else is on?
Until he is going to receive a kick in his fat bottom.
The Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire! Yes! Oh!
They're frickin' interdimensional okay? I'll just say it.
You don't give up, do you? Quiet!
Yes!
I shall look forward personally to exterminating you.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
And it's because there are ulterior motives to so much behind it.
Marxism.
We are trained Marxists.
I didn't like that.
It is that, literally. This is a commune. We're communists.
I think that it is the obligation of the people that have created and perpetuate and benefit from a system of oppression to be the ones that dismantle it. So that's on us.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
When a military boot crashes his balls, then he will understand, but not before that. That's the tragic of the situation of demoralization.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so...
What? Now keep it up, and I'm gonna smash that thing to pieces!
It's entrenched in our institutions like the FBI, the CIA. It's been here for a long time,
This is a load of barnacles. I am the king!
In such sensitive areas as defense and economy. The influence of Marxist-Leninist ideas in the United States is absolutely fantastic.
I'm not interested in the glass ceiling. I'm interested in the brick wall. Because if I take down the brick wall, then we can redesign the building. And that's the only way to go forward. It's called capitalism.
Power!
The communists declared that the real differences among our people constituted the weakest and most vulnerable point in our social fabric.
Diversity means communists of color, I'm telling you.
So?
It's MAGA country.
This is all driven by the global elites, and they have a vested interest, for whatever reason,
These people are not frickin' okay?
in making sure that the lower class and the lower middle class all across the world does not engage in the types of things that would create competition against them.
Just like Jeffrey. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
There's just some real pieces of shit out there that just like to hurt people.
Fear me!
This situation is a blood-soaked, nightmarish hellscape.
Something's coming.
The time bomb is ticking with every second.
Even MSG cannot save this. You need Jesus.
Something dark.
So my character, you know, she's a powerful leader. She's a powerful leader. Yes. In a very woman-centered world.
One word, and I hit you again.
Because I feel like Star Wars is very, like, patriarchal.
I'm telling Mother.
What makes a great Star Wars story?
Oh gosh, I think there's many things that make a great Star Wars story.
Kind of cool to have, like, this sort of woman-centered figure.
Everyone wants you to shut up.
And yet I won't.
Yeah, I just try to treat everything as if we're on RuPaul's Drag Race. That's kind of like my...
Shut the f*** up.
Just work the runway.
You're fired. And with good cause.
And I'm attracted to the idea of immersing myself in a Jedi Academy with a powerful Jedi Master. Who would like to meet the Jedi Master?
Ooh, you suck.
Her?
Best parts about Star Wars is there is no good or evil. It depends on what side you're standing on.
You're wrong.
Get him out of here! Get the out of my room!
Oh my God! We love a humble Jedi Queen. Yeah.
No.
As we just said, this is an entirely new era for Star Wars.
Are you f***ing stupid?
No, I'm not stupid, Chef.
What is it about you and failure?
Boom. Sadness. That's the one.
Just tell me what's wrong with the freaking show!
Let me try to talk about this without getting fired or murdered.
Our world and its future has been controlled by a tiny cult of rich and powerful people for centuries.
Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? We do.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Your time's coming, you clockwork elf demon gay frog.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us about your relationship with this previously unknown galactic government?
You were made to be ruled. In the end, you will always kneel.
They think they control the galaxy. I disagree.
This cult of elitists rose to prominence with the robber barons and monopoly men of the Industrial Revolution, who were obsessed with eugenics.
Who keeps Atlantis off the maps? Who keeps the Martians under wraps? We do.
I want to hear you ribbit right now, damn it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
And now, this cult lives on through their proteges, the globalists and technocrats of the digital revolution,
is the ability to hack human beings.
who are obsessed with overpopulation.
Genocide.
This is our world now. Lay down and die.
Peace was never an option.
All of the wokeness in our culture, all the ESG in our corporations, is the result of the same global agenda.
We need to empower the youth. We need social equity. We need to protect our environment.
Think about the children!
And then they eat the poo-poo.
It feels
That
like
sounds like a
just
plan.
a meeting of supervillains, the World
Yes,
Economic
it
Forum.
is.
It's like I'm just waiting for James Bond to come in with his car.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
You know, I'm a businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. What I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity.
Aren't these just buzzwords that dumb people use to sound important?
And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work.
Saw it coming.
I'm fired, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
Why is Anheuser-Busch committing suicide? Why did Hollywood commit suicide? Why is the left doing this? Why are they like kamikazes?
Well, it's because of the ESG, right, score, and because of the, what's the other name, component of the ESG, the index, where it's basically about BlackRock, Vanguard, right? They're looking at these stocks, and they're basically trying to manipulate people into fitting their agenda. And it's not about the consumer, it's about artificially manipulating the market so they can create the world. And this, I'm sounding like you.
No,
they can artificially recreate the world in their own vision.
Exactly. The banks have weaponized the media like a kamikaze is going to be destroyed, but it's a weapon. So they don't mind destroying the NBA, the NFL, all these things.
Not again!
Because to get the agenda in, because once the central bank digital currencies are in, and once they have those ESG systems in where everything is tied to your behavior.
I have no choice but to remand you to the Palace of Justice for processing.
It's Mark of the Beast, total control, it's game over.
You mean execution, don't you?
Processing.
A key difference with the CBDC is that central bank will have absolute control on the rules and regulations that will determine the use of that expression of central bank liability.
We got one! Suck, Sam! Space aliens!
Any other meaningless conspiracy theories?
Yes. Did you know that Go-Gurt is just yogurt?
So the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world get together.
Say hello to my little friend!
And buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes.
And also, we will have the technology to enforce that.
And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over.
This culture war isn't really about protecting superhero cartoons and sci-fi canon. It's about preventing our annihilation.
Write that down, write that down!
This is important because it's not just, silly comic books or video games or whatever. It's the culture part of it. That's why they took over these creative spaces, because that's what gets into the hearts and minds of the populace, right?
It just got real.
How do you make people see the world in a different way? Well, you tell them creatively. And that's what they've done. And a lot of, especially on the conservative pundit side, nobody was saying anything about it.
We did it, Patrick! We saved the city! Just think what might have happened if we didn't tell everyone about the monster!
About the what?
Through engineered and controlled crises, the elitists are hellbent on resetting society and forcing us into a sci-fi dystopian control grid that we can never escape.
Hal, remind me to get lunch meat on my shopping list.
I've added bugs to your shopping list.
No, not bugs. Roast beef, turkey.
Your family will eat bugs now. They are healthier.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Battalion 5, raise your hands. You will be the all-important first attack wave, which we will call Operation Human Shield.
They want to bring us into their Chinese century.
Hey, wait a minute. Now keep in mind, Operation Human Shield will suffer heavy losses.
To bring us into their technocracy.
You don't need a destination when you're running on an omnidirectional treadmill.
The world. They're building the world in their image. Think about it. You control population, you destroy the family, and then you you sow division. I mean, this is the playbook. This is the fascist playbook.
It has the potential of civilizational destruction. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
It's a hell and we're living in it.
So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. I can hear them. All of you're a pollutant. Too much CO2.
We all knew this would happen. This day would come, but we were like trying to kind of stop it. We're like, we don't want everything destroyed before we have to rebuild it, you know?
We are in the beginning of a mass extinction.
We still have too many people, too much pollution.
Pray that he is watching.
You'll never defeat the human spirit. You'll never defeat God. You'll never win.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
What you're watching is not a political movement. It's evil.
Stopping having babies is not enough. We need to eat the babies, and this is very simple.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
Are we ready for a new world order?
For it is he that they fear, not man or his army.
There's a certain part of the country that needed to hit bottom, you know, kind of like an alcoholic. You need to hit bottom, to wake up and go, oh.
The old dinosaur media isn't dying, it's dead. We are the new media.
You understand? I need your help, Frank! I need your help, Frank!
You know how much of a weird, delusory cultural artifact that is going to be in like even 5 years? People are going to look back and go, what the fuck?
I don't ever want to see it again!
What the fuck is this shit? And much less when kids who were born around this time get a little older, even like 10, 11, like, Daddy, why were you all fucking insane? What was, what the hell was
just
this?
Tell them the truth. Just go, my young lad, that's because the WEF were testing their biological weapons on mankind for when they're gonna fucking try and kill everyone.
How the hell did we get here?
What do you think of these new inclusion standards for films?
They make me vomit.
How did we fall so far, so fast? Because we just let it happen.
They see this as war.
Oh, son of a...
Because we lazily acquiesced to it. Because we were too busy or too polite to fight back.
What did it cost?
Everything.
Pendulum is swinging a little bit, but I think a lot of people are acting like we've won. We ain't won shit. There's a long way to go. This is just a small step.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
There's no outside force coming to solve all of our problems. No superhero is going to defeat these supervillains.
Who
Who's with me? Let's go! Come on!
And I see the difference between both parties kind of being just one as a slower road towards destruction than the other. And as of late, it seems like the GOP as a whole is a controlled opposition. It merely appears to put up resistance, while in reality it almost instantly caves to pressures and falls in line with the progressive agenda.
And I'm certainly not backing the Republican Party. I mean, ugh.
The only group of people left for us to rely on is ourselves.
Wake up. Wake up.
The average, ordinary person who is awakened from the mass mind control.
Thank you, George Floyd, for sacrificing your life for justice.
You're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Being Hispanic or being black does not make you immune from being racist, from being radicalized, from being a white supremacist.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Should we implement another 3-month lockdown for the environment? Yeah, most certainly, yeah.
Sorry. We are the ones who have seen through the agenda and persevered through the smears and the lies.
Your son is a crackhead, Joe.
Crash, great.
President Business is going to end the world? But he's such a good guy.
So if we don't step up and win this culture war, then who the fuck will?
Let's wake the fuck up!
Infowars.com, Joe!
Let's wake the fuck up. This is the war of our time. This is the most important battle of your time. It's the battle of information.
Should we do a year lockdown?
Yes, to change the mindset of people, yes.
In Octan, they make good stuff. Music, dairy products, coffee, TV shows, surveillance systems, all history books, voting machines. Wait a minute.
The Fellowship has a lot to be thankful for, because you guys did beat the shit out of $1 trillion company. That's pretty impressive.
Come here, think about that. They got put on their ass.
The Extremist would be the movie they make about everybody on Friday Night Tights. Or, me, you, everybody who's pro freedom.
I said we never gatekeep because fandom's always been about accepting anyone in. 3 years later, I'm gatekeep the fuck out of everything.
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am.
My apologies.
Just so you know, I'm queer, I'm here, and I'm gonna fuck up Disney Star Wars.
You're getting clipped on that.
Probably. Yeah.
I don't care.
Protect it, gatekeep it. Somebody comes in, oh, I don't like that. Don't care, fuck off. Not for you then. Not for you. Turn around, what can he buy?
Yeah, it's just speaking our minds and having a laugh. Oh, these people must be stopped.
It's every year, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
And then we lock down for 2 months so we know and we prepare for it every year.
Right, yeah, that's actually a good point.
I'm not doing none of that.
No one is coming to save us but us.
Come on, man.
And we do that by bringing together the anti-woke nerds fighting in the culture war alongside the politically sane who are fighting in the front lines of the information war.
You can't defeat me.
No, I know. But he can.
Wake up.
If you want to live for the future, you stay inside. I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear.
Well, if I were you-know-who, I'd want you to feel cut off from everyone else. Because if it's just you alone, you're not as much of a threat.
How did you decide to ban Alex Jones?
It should have been me, not him!
What users want from us, and what we've always provided them, is a curated platform.
It's not fair!
My audience is political in nature, and I think cultural secondarily. And these audiences may be cultural first, and then political secondarily. And I think that's important because we can all agree that Kamala Harris is real-life She-Hulk.
Oh, because I'm better than you?
We think that what the user wants is someone that does review these ads, someone that does review the podcast.
Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
Stop being gilded, domesticated garbage.
This is why I am so vehement in the fact that the right needs to be, they need to divest. They need to uncouple from big tech companies. And I don't care how you do it. It means the advertising is algorithmic and it is determined by a handful of companies, all of whom are beholden to places like the WEF and international conglomerates in the ESG score and woke bullshit. They're not interested in actually pairing advertisers with the right users. They want to manipulate and engineer the behavior of the users.
Centuries later, how did the industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer? They put us in bikinis.
Wake up!
Shut up, Meg. Well, I didn't say anything. You just did. Your voice, it's cluttering up my space. Get out.
Look at this wild. It's time beer made it up to women.
We're gonna get naked.
No.
I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that.
This is what you've been waiting for. Be the one we need.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman.
Wake up.
As the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
You want some more?
Huh? Folks, you've been around white people on average? White people are watching TV all day with their thumbs up their ass. I mean, nothing against white people. I wish they'd get off the bench and be innovating people again.
Transgender children should be free.
The white people ain't out to get you. They're trying to kiss your ass because they feel guilted by the same system telling them they're white supremacists.
Those arguments have become so stale and so pathetic that they have no one on their side anymore. Even the normies have seen how bad the identity politics stuff is.
So today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their shit, but the whole beer industry's shit.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
And if we can step up and protect our nerd culture,
Anime has a satanic vibe.
What could he buy?
while creating alternative entertainment in a parallel economy, it'll be a roadmap on how to save everyone and everything.
Wait, save the cheerleader, save the world.
Come on, this is a misunderstanding. I'm just a regular, normal, ordinary guy.
Hollywood and the media and this identity politics focused stuff is destroying everything, and everybody has finally woken up to it.
Get the f out of bed, bitch, go.
In the most leftist areas, they're even converting, and there is a real global awakening. There is a great awakening happening as the counter to the Great Reset.
Although Hollywood is funded to include social engineering, because that's what it is. This is social engineering.
We don't take a political stand. We're not leaning one way or the other.
That doesn't compute.
They are not funded to the level that they can live on that on their own. If the audience just walks away, their ESG money isn't going to support the entire studio system. They need the favor of the audience too.
You got that? It's actually your world and my world together that was able to like rip the Disney kingdom asunder.
And now when they're losing that, that's kind of like when the other shoe's about to drop. That's when you have the potential for a renaissance.
What the mainstream media did was created a massive market, a monster, and they created their own extinction.
The old dinosaur media isn't dying, it's dead. We are the new media.
I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me.
Because now, like, you take out Tim Pool, there'll be 10 people to take his place. They might not get as big as Tim Pool, but you got those 10 people combined will probably be as big as Tim Pool. And that's how it's going to go. Like, you take somebody out, they get replaced.
People don't want networks. They don't want corporate establishment, Disney or Hollywood or any of that. They want authenticity. They want reality. They want pro-human information.
Let's do it.
Hey, we're here at Target. Let's go in and see what they got going on for Pride Month.
This is nice. You guys see this? It's tuck friendly.
Right here at the front, there's the exit, there's the Starbucks. Conveniently, we know where Starbucks stands.
We have Glad You Came Out, and I'm so happy that you're queer in the kids section. Are you kidding me?
They say that grooming isn't happening, then why are there Pride baby onesies?
Target is so progressive. I love it.
I'm sorry, but pride and toddler don't belong in the same sentence.
Oh, it's not even Pride Month yet.
Trans people will always exist. This is the ugliest shirt I've ever seen.
I would like to talk to the design team.
Whoa, I can exercise in this.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, and you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The toddler tutu for all your kids going to pride parades with drag queens.
Your favorite pride parade gingerbread float.
Super queer. It's like a superpower.
It's not a phase, Dad.
This is designed by an artist in the United Kingdom who actually identifies as a trans Satanist. Did you know that was a movement? Because I didn't.
Satan and Pride.
You support Satan?
If that doesn't give you a reason to boycott Target, I don't know what does. But this shit's getting out of hand. They're targeting children, whether you like it or not, and it's time that people actually do something about it. Because if they don't, then guess what? That shit won't just be in Target, it'll be in every store, ever.
It's just disturbing. You know, I'm glad they moved it to the back of the store because no kid should be seeing this in front.
I'm all tucked in. We're getting it. Can't wait to wear this around the pool.
Let me show you.
Hi, it's me, Patagonia, a real-life homosexual. And today I'm here with the North Face.
Pure evil.
Nature lets you be who you are.
Even gay.
Don't you think this is all a little intense? We like to call this little tour the Summer of Pride.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
The political right are trapped under the delusion that just waiting to vote Republican or conservative every couple of years will save them.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It has not.
He's a retard or something.
It has only pacified and neutralized them. Almost nothing has been conserved.
But when he's taking Disney's side against me, I just kind of wonder, like, okay, I get he wants to hit me, but don't take the side of a multinational corporation that wants to sexualize kids.
My name's Nick. I'm one of Godmother's apprentices. I'm here to shop you around and make all your selections for the day.
That's pretty gay.
Look, Pim, I know it's our job to help this guy and everything, but I think this guy's a lost cause.
Do you know what I am saying?
This is why I don't identify with Republicans at all. Because they just sit on the fence. And people that sit on the fence are never going to get anything done.
Appeasement has never solved anything.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
But as most of our viewers know, the right in America has completely failed to stop the left's incessant march on progress. With one uniparty controlling everything, I almost cringe at myself using the dichotomy of left versus right these days. It seems like an oversimplification of the argument, right? Liberal versus conservative, left versus right. I mean, really, it's just a matter of whether you're part of the insurgency or you're part of the machine.
There's a time people have to grow up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Most of them are just part of the same old schism on the same fucking side.
Global industrial complex.
Yep.
Uniparty.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it.
And the point of the team, as you said, is to verify video, to fact check, to counter disinformation.
Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state.
The point is to destroy Western civilization from within using Maoist techniques.
Why does this matter? Well, mistruths can cause really serious harm to society and to the people in them.
And then the Tory response is, oh, well, you know, that might be the case, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to censor you so that you can't talk about it.
And governments and central banks across the world are working together, looking into what having a digital currency might mean in practice.
You're a scammer! You're a schemer!
We're living in like a dystopian hellscape right now.
And then the follow-on Tory response is going to be, and by the way, you have to vote for me because all of these things that I'm doing that you don't like, Labour is going to do all of them as well, only slightly faster. So therefore you have to vote for me.
I don't know. This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
At the moment, I'm investigating the UK's conspiracy theory movement. I'm trying to understand more about how it's evolved and intensified since the pandemic here in the UK.
Woke is Marxism, evolved to attack the West. If you don't understand that, you will not act correctly. You will not cure it. And it will conquer your countries. It will conquer all of Europe, and we will have a very, very long, sustainable, and inclusive future with absolutely no freedom.
You now make a point of, that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors.
Because the goal is to make us into what they call global citizens.
I'm looking at the alternative media that finds itself at the heart of this movement.
While the politically sane have been disenfranchised and disillusioned as voters, as customers and nerds, we actually have power in the culture by voting with our wallets and by sharing our unfiltered opinions.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Once again proving that bullying gets results.
Remember the swamp? Remember my song in the swamp when I was like, wham, chicka, wham, wham, chicka, wham, wham.
I remember.
What the hell was that?
Because I know that I'm a gay fish.
I recognized yesterday, I made a post that was hurtful to the Pride community, which includes friends of mine and close family members of mine, and I am truly sorry for that.
This is why you never, ever back down to these people. You never give up your sensible nature. You never give up your logic.
Let's burn this mother down!
And you gatekeep the out of your franchises.
It's mine!
Because people like this come in and they want to ruin it.
And as of right now, I'm using the Blue Jays resources to better educate myself, to make better decisions moving forward. The ballpark is for everybody. We include all fans at the ballpark, and we want to welcome everybody.
Only if you back down do you show that they have power. But when you stand up to pathetic bullies like this, when you say that two-letter word which is so important, no, then this is what they have to do. Everybody who disagrees with me is Hitler.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
I hate this chick.
Fuck them.
But it's so stupid. It's like, stop stealing, all the white people's superheroes. Like, make up your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that?
Yes, brown people are so in right now.
I guarantee if I don't give a damn about your skin color.
Really?
No! Why would I care what colour your skin is? Really? I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you.
You jackass!
I got myself prepared for this evening by watching videos of black women trash a Target.
I care about the fact that you've been terrorising all these people for a sustained period of time.
I'm looking at the way that alternative media is funded. I'm looking at its impact on local communities. I'm looking at its connections with far-right figures.
If you want to know what your future looks like if we don't stop the woke, look at China.
Hiya, the day finally arrived. Uncle Roger talked too much, and now all my Chinese social media suspended.
Look at the social credit system. Look at the oppression. Look at people disappearing for having the wrong opinions.
They send us to the land of misfit YouTubers.
Yes, yeah. An island where we have to break up rocks with pickaxes in a chain gang.
Master got me working. Someday Master set me free. Dude, shut up!
So why are you here today? We're here because the school planned on having an assembly to talk to our kids about matters that we think that the kids are too young to talk about just yet.
I saw a tweet and I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. Sure, a lot of you guys can understand how that video would piss some people off. It pissed me off.
And why is it bad for these children to be exposed to this sort of ideology? Well, because they're too young to talk about sex.
I'm gonna be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. Wasn't my intention.
Absolutely blew my mind that Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull Nick Merckx's skin and bundle off the game.
My wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. We seeing these kinds of videos. It's sad,
I mean, he's one of us. He's one of us streamers, right? I mean, to get your own skin and bundle and that whole collaboration on the biggest shooter franchise out there.
But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that.
We just don't think that 7-year-olds are ready to have those discussions yet.
I'm trying to keep it really simple. just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just, it really is that simple.
They're here to learn, and they're here to play, and they're not here to be sexualized and talk about topics that are beyond them right now.
You know, the video bothered me, right?
And just like that, he made it, got it in there, and they pulled it down. That's a fucking tough one, man. For what again?
I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about.
Right, I hear them screaming no more hate. We have not hated anyone.
If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong.
That decision by COD's PR marketing team.
It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. That wasn't what it was.
Also are not protesting them. We're protesting the LAUSD and the school for talking to our kids about a topic that we think parents should talk to their kids about.
Now listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth.
So there's no hate against anyone. We love them just as much as they love us.
I know him, bro. And I truly do not think he meant to hurt anyone with what he said.
I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet.
There's all kinds of issues that are not topics to discuss with young kids. We can talk about that when they're old enough.
You can take the tweet if you want and you can spin it, flip it, flop it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet, okay?
Oh, holy shit, Activision. What we got to do is uninstall the game.
I am the great Winifred. She, her.
Why are you the way that you are?
There is a great wave of pushback now.
Is it true you'd have sex with Vladimir Putin to get released from Russia, Brit? Out of the way, dog. Brit.
It's really good to see, and it's necessary. It's really necessary. Looks like people are beginning to wake up.
This is the beginning of climate lockdowns. We will have in years to come days when we're told we can't drive, we can't do this, we can't do that, and Sadiq Khan is leading the way. Remember, you heard it here first, climate lockdowns.
The line has been shifted and shifted and shifted, and it's got to a position now where people, regular people, are just like, whoa, 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 whoa. No. No.
I just want to lie on the beach and eat hot dogs. That's all I've ever wanted.
Leave me alone!
We have so much more power culturally than politically, and it's so much easier to reach the average person through culture and comedy than through wonky and depressing politics.
Her disbruised dad went down the alt-right pipeline by watching my video in Critical Drinker. Hail disbruised dad.
Empowerment!
Pete Box. They use they, them pronouns, and they bake an exceptionally good quiche.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Enough is enough. It's gone too far. Normal people are starting to realize that normal people are starting to push back.
This is a pivotal moment in the history of the Western world.
The bottom line is, even these idiots over here, no!
Comicsgate is basically the term that describes an affiliation of comic book creators and fans who are tired of woke in comics. We love comic books. We're not going to support the mainstream anymore with our money. We're gonna make our own comics, and we're gonna use social media to promote these comics and crowdfunding to be able to fund them.
They need our money more than ever.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
I think the Bud Light situation showed and finally proved people that they can make a difference.
Well, that's the point I've been making for 15 years, you know what I mean? Like,
all you've done, big boy, is put a little fuel on the fire.
I truly believe that nerds can save the world, that we can become the protagonist in our own sci-fi story.
But yeah, there's a lot of power in that I think a lot of people don't really understand that they have, more so in numbers. And I think as folks that are just normal, let's say just normal people, start realizing how much power they have and just sheer buying power.
I declare bankruptcy!
So y'all see the Xbox drop the Pride logo? Like they took it down after Backlash?
Yes. After 4 days. Three or 4 days, they changed it.
Maybe we're making progress. We're dropping it down to Pride Week. Soon it'll just be Pride Day.
I'm so proud of this community.
People are beginning to stand up, and they're beginning to say no. And I've been shouting this for years now, literally shouting. Oh, you got to do this? No. You got to think this way? No. You got to accept this? No.
I use they, them pronouns as well.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Honestly, where does it end with you people?
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Gentlemen, start your screaming.
I wish we could afford to build a different Hollywood.
It just needs to be broken up, and we can just Hollywood can be our bedroom.
We have the intelligence and talent to create our own culture.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
I like all of these people coming up and making their own shit. We need to all make our own stuff.
This is the year that people really pivot to individual content creators.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Everything has changed. Now they're gonna try to rein it in. They're gonna try to claw it back in as much as they can. And they're gonna scream and yell and try to demonize YouTubers and demonize podcasters.
You mouth-breathing, basement-dwelling, cousin humping motherfuckers.
Worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
These devices and these platforms are being used by radical Republicans to destroy and undermine our democracy and environment.
That boy ain't right.
Celebration cringe. Are you retarded? Star Wars Celebration has been a thing since 199.
199?
I just got this stream on my recommended for some reason. Stop being reactionaries.
It takes an advanced sense of humor. I don't expect everybody to understand.
People have excused and justified like just continuing to consume because they think it's inevitable. It's like, well, we don't have any power. And I'm like, you've got way more power than you like to think it is.
I have one condition. Yeah. No more quitting. Time is a gift, Ison. What are you gonna do with yours?
This is the worst.
You know you're a creative type. You want to deal with numbers and back end and business? It's exhausting.
Yeah, I have to do it. I don't want to do it. I have to. So I'm building this technology. But
Right.
boring. That's what Jeremy Boring
And why
is.
do you have to do it?
Why? Because we need a new subscription service for creators.
It shouldn't fall upon you, though.
I have two questions.
Who
Who else is going to do it?
No.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
And I will say to everybody listening, it's you. It will only ever be you. When you see a burning building, you think, who's gonna call this in? No. No one's gonna call it in. It's gonna be you.
Quit talking and do it.
These companies thought they had a moat. They thought they had, this unassailable economic position where nobody could replace them, right?
Never go full retard.
Anyways.
We are the media now, bitches.
Look at me. Look at me. We are the media now.
Same thing in the comics industry. They thought they're Laffy Taffy. They thought all that stuff was going to bounce off, that there's no replacement, there's no alternatives. Well, guess what? They're all alternatives now. In fact, there's alternatives that just say, hey, look, we want to focus on making a good product, right?
When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. Woo! At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail.
It's called Mariana in Conspiracy Land, and it will be available on BBC Sounds, Radio 4, asking that question, could January the 6th or a German coup attempt like we saw there ever happen here in the UK?
You're out of your mind!
Are you optimistic or are you pessimistic? I'm thinking Shane is pessimistic.
I'm psychotically optimistic.
Really?
Always.
So that's
And
a
I
pretty
think-
pessimistic statement.
I think as dark as it gets, it will test you as an individual, and it will test the country, and at some point it'll bounce back. I might not get to see it, but I'm doing my best so that my kids can, and hopefully their kids can. So you have to be. I think if you buy into the pessimism, you're done.
Yeah.
Like there's no future in that. So
If the situation was hopeless, the propaganda wouldn't be necessary.
Yeah.
And it's probably the first big example that we've seen of people just saying no more, and it actually like hurting a company because of it. And Disney's maybe right behind them. We'll see.
The destruction of our culture will give a rise to better culture. The degenerate weirdos will make more normies wake up daily. So as long as we don't give up, so as long as we create something that isn't destroyed by crazies, we will prevail.
And yes, it's going to be met with resistance. And yes, there's going to be pushback.
Nerds! Nerds! Nerds!
But you just got to push back harder. Because right now, it's been a stack of dominoes just getting knocked over. The line just being whooshed so far forward. Well, now it's time to hold it. And now it's time to push back.
Stop giving up.
It's only just begun! Now!
You know, you're just going to see that their hubris is what is their downfall, that they were unassailable.
Do it! Yes, you can!
I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move.
Just do it!
Hail to the 199 and the Fellowship. Let's go.
There is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure.
Do me a favor. You racist pieces of shit.
They couldn't decide what box they wanted to check. It's like, do we need a strong female character? Do we need a strong brown female character? Black female character? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just do all of them.
And go and find one of your echo chamber websites where you can all stand around and jerk each other off while you tilt your head backs and go, woke, 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 woke.
This is Pee-wee's Playhouse? Jesus. The Wafer says, what's a super chat fight? What you're watching right now.
And then you can come on each other's faces and tell each other that come on your face cleanses you of wokeness.
What the What? Jalen Moore just dropped $500. You add an extra zero in there?
You racist pieces of
$500 super chat. Jalen Moore wanted to be the winner of the super chat fight.
I'm on a personal mission. I want to purge 30,000 of my subscribers off my channel within the next 48 hours.
The super chat war between the avatars and the alphabets has begun.
I figure there's got to be at least 30,000 of you knuckle draggers around there. So please just leave my channel. Don't come back. Don't watch my stuff.
I'm sorry to break this to you.
#1 in the United States of America.
Holy crap. Let's
Number
go.
1 in the United States of America. The 199 representing.
Woke, woke.
Almost 1,300 new members. $3,700 in super chats. What a crazy stream.
Woke, woke.
On what planet do we live in where we are on the #1 show?
I want to purge 30,000 of my subscribers.
And it's collapsing the entire industry. What the hell? Jeremy Osteen is loving this chat today. Jeremy Osteen has blessed all of you. A big wamen.
Ryan, read it.
Mouse for $400 because I missed the super chat battle.
I think that's a good description. The activist furries have taken over pop culture.
Oh, they think it belongs to them, certainly.
Thanks to all the geeks and nerds with lucrative careers.
Alec Baldwin's finger just dropped to 50. Mage dropped another 20.
As well as the conservative entrepreneurs.
Where you can get your very own copy of the Yes or No game.
We have the skills and the funding to create our own culture and economy.
Customers like you, so there's like the big customers at a comic shop, depending on the size of the shop, there's like 10 or 20.
Yeah.
You carry the entire shop.
Yeah.
And you can tell what Mark's going for. Expensive imported cheeses.
Cam on the Streamlabs side, ladies and gentlemen, of both genders, for $500. $500.
What?
Wow. Moonwalked right out of the saloon, double doors. Didn't say anything.
You are the hardcore fan, and that was all of Hollywood's big mistake. They thought Marvel and DC thought they could move past the hardcore fan.
Yeah.
Didn't give a crap about us anymore.
Yeah.
Boo. Bashy Washy has gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. Holy shit. And not another dime. Just gave out a lot of dimes. We're the ones who shepherd the new fans in.
Facts.
We're the ones.
The whales.
Yeah.
They're the first people that you should be watching.
Like seeing yourself for the first time in full Snow White drag.
Get woke, go bro.
I love that description. It's perfect. You ruined everything! You couldn't stop being cheap, even for me!
Mage Demon, who, by the way, gifted approximately 140 members in my Conan stream earlier today. Gifted 10 memberships there.
Another one.
Then Mage Demon gifted another 10 memberships there.
And God blesses everyone.
How are they feeling about the industry? How are they feeling about the books we're putting out? Because once they're gone, then the whole industry falls. Yeah. And you're not gonna have the kid that walks in and buys whatever off the shelf because there's no store anymore.
Yeah.
It's completely gone.
It's gone.
Dickie P just gifted 5 more. Like, show them what for.
God
for.
Then fucking Jesse Ritchie gifted 5 more. And then fucking Vodka gifted 5 more.
Another one.
The Pimp Army. It's unrelenting over there. Over there.
Mage Demon gifted 10 more gifted memberships. What the f is happening right now?
Another one.
This is why we didn't see him for a while, because he got really hammered and accidentally ran up his entire fucking credit card bill, and then like didn't have any money. He was just fucking like eating out of trash bins or something after that.
Mage Demon with the $5 says, "Keep my name out of your effing mouth."
Another one.
Thank you for being the shining light that leads us through the darkness. Enoch Maman, abuser of Streamlabs, for $50. 50.
Marcus Henry for 50.
50.
50. It is.
That's how fucked our world is, by the way, when we're the shining light. Just say it.
You pimps are just fucking. You're hunting down the draft dodgers.
Another one.
You guys are the shining light. You guys are the shining light.
You're welcome. Mage Team with another 50 Australian. Says, love you guys. This one is for the mortgage. You already did a mortgage one.
And another one.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
When we came to reimagining the actual role of Snow White, it became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just.
Silence, you furry fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
And who can become a fantastic leader.
I can't.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
We didn't fail. Our product's not bad. You guys are just turbo idiots that prevented us from the success that we deserved. And I'm just getting so tired of reading this. Every time something flops, this seems to be the go-to dialogue tree on the NPC quest line here.
Is this a race to see who can lose the most money?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone's winning.
We cope in different ways.
With a global recession still looming,
Bidenomics.
we can have a major effect on what companies and individuals survive the economic hardship through things like crowdfunding.
Why simp for Marvel when you could make your own comics and promote them to your own audience?
Oh, God.
Memberships and donations.
We thought we were done, and like a 3 a.m. ballot dump, they just started coming in.
Mage Demon just dropped 5 more.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
That sweet, sweet merch.
The way I'm selling it is, listen, I don't know who the fuck wants this. Even if you want it to like defile it in a certain way.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
Even if you want it to, you can draw something on my head. You can play tic-tac-toe on my forehead like a lot of you guys have wanted to for a long time. You can fucking drill a hole in its ass for your tiny little... I don't care what you do with it. Just buy it, all right?
Yes!
Coffee.
Oh!
More coffee.
Oh!
And coffee again.
Oh! I'll have what she's having.
And by supporting those companies who are willing to sponsor us edgelords.
You know, if you have a favorite YouTuber that you'd like to see supported financially, let me know in the comment section down below.
And so I thought we'd talk about the Wikipedia definition of the word woman.
I'm obviously looking for people that work hard and that cover things that might not always get the good graces of monetization, that need sponsorships to stay around and to pay their bills and support their families.
That you never turn your back on family.
I like my coffee dark.
I'm kind of like Ethan in that my industry got really mad at me for having the wrong politics.
Why, are people bitching about that?
Some people.
Of course they are. Oh, fucking A. All right, got it. Yeah, too fucking bad.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get real pissed off.
Now, certainly, going independent and leaving the big successful industry, certainly you're not making lots of money off of this venture, I'd imagine.
First one made $1.2 million. The second one made $1.45 million.
So it's actually doing better.
It's doing great. This is crowdfunding.
Woo! Wow! Yahoo! Wee!
But you know what? I kind of like you when you're angry. Could you come back with even more fire? Are you feeling it?
I'm starting to get real pissed off.
But I didn't let that hold me back, and I've been having a lot of fun with that since. Got my fan base, they're awesome. And, you know, just out there trying to, like, stir up trouble and have fun and get artists to make art the way they want to make art.
Looking for trouble? You came to the right place.
Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
When the whole demonetization thing happened a week and a half ago, I was terrified.
The British clearing banks are now working with some of the credit agencies to put in place word checks on the social media accounts of their customers.
Wow. Seeing the support we got on Rumble and Kick was just insane. And so shout out to all of you guys. Appreciate the support.
We are literally on the verge of this happening. We really, really, really have to start shouting.
Man, I got nothing quippy to say in the beginning. Let's just talk about the heavy movie of the week or year.
Very heavy movie. I tell you this, you need to get yourself checked. You see this movie and you don't feel nothing.
If you would have told anybody a couple months ago that Sound of Freedom would be challenging Indiana Jones at the box office, they probably all would have told you you were crazy. What's Sound of Freedom?
I'd never even heard about this movie until a couple days ago. I saw it in the comment section. People were like, why don't you review Sound of Freedom? I was like, what's that? What is that?
First of all, the theater was packed. Word of mouth seems to be getting around.
And it's been very interesting, the reaction in the media to that film. Like, they are doing everything they can to stamp that one out. And it's weird because it's just having the exact opposite effect.
Thank you for covering Sound of Freedom each day. It's making a difference. I saw it on 7.5 and gave $500 in tickets before leaving the movie. After I got paid, I donated a whole movie screening for $1,000.
Wow.
And I think it was a mistake for Angel Studios to release this film.
It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in the media, perhaps.
It's because of its relationship to
right-wing conspiracies. That's the whole reason that it isn't getting any traction.
And this film is being marketed to either specific QAnon believers or to people who believe all of the same tenets as QAnon, but claim they don't know what it is.
I saw a couple of thumbnails and titles saying that it was propaganda.
Sound of Freedom is uncomfortably close to several right-wing conspiracies and the associated groups.
I don't know why. Why? Because it's a white guy that saved the kids? Is that why?
Are you going to see The Sound of Freedom?
Nah, no interest in it. All right, what's next?
It's weird. It's very strange that all of a sudden a movie about protecting children is somehow just so inherently far right. Yeah. And a statement like leave children alone is somehow an anti-LGBTQ message, right? It really makes you wonder where things are headed here if that side is labeling these things as such.
Conservative content is becoming quite popular, driven not just by white audiences, but also by a number of Latinos.
No, the border's open. That is just an inventory of just human beings coming in. And it's like for them to say that it's QAnon and it's fake, it's like they don't want people messing with their influx of children.
And you might be like, well, what about things on the far left? Well, there aren't as many, I can't even think of any
far left conspiracies, to be honest with you.
These films are created out of moral panics. They're created out of bogus statistics. They're created out of fear. And with something like Sound of Freedom, it specifically is looking at QAnon concepts of these child trafficking rings that are run by the high-level elites.
They go through so much.
All so they can bring us children. I hunt pedophiles. I've been hunting them for 20 years, and they are watching this, and they're salivating. They are happy that Rolling Stones and The Guardian are ripping on a movie that exposes them.
You're not just going to see a movie, you're just killing 2 hours on a hot day. You are helping bring down these pedophile rings and save children. Now, it's not true, but it's a very comforting and it's a very warm feeling to have.
So I don't like the fact that these media outlets are, in fact, wittingly or unwittingly, running interference for human traffickers and pedophiles.
Again, heavy subject matter, so if this is a one-time viewing, totally get it, but I do believe it is worth that one viewing.
Just go see it when you get a chance. Go see it.
After the success in the United States, no one can stop this movement.
Protect your children at all costs.
What has kept you guys going?
Ooh, man, for me, it's obviously family, my lovely wife, and just the fact that what we're doing is impactful.
Today, I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup.
Yeah, Space Monkey 0899 says the corporal behavior reminds me of cyberpunk.
Tomorrow, I might feel 80% male. I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt.
Okay, interesting thing from Twisted Metal.
This is gonna be fun. We're setting.
Opening episode, we have John Doe, Anthony Mackie, going to New San Francisco.
One male feminist enters, and only one man will leave, and it'll be this fucking man.
As he's approaching the city, it's homeless tents and stuff. I'm like, oh, it looks like San Francisco. 100%.
Why do you care?
If you live in San Francisco, do you feel this way all the time? I don't feel safe, ever. I literally never feel safe. It's better when it's daylight. But nighttime, no, not leaving my house.
San Francisco is lost. It's literally turning into Escape from LA right before our eyes.
It was supposed to look like a dystopian San Francisco, and it looks like San Francisco right now. Actually a little cleaner.
We are living in a corporatized country. You are living in corporatism, and the globe is about to get there, which is very authoritarian.
I'm at Whole Foods, and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my...
And you will live in a form of squalor if this continues that most people are not prepared for.
That's the coolest thing ever.
This is for your own good. What business is it of yours to require that I fulfill your inability to think of gender on a spectrum?
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off.
I'm cured! Praise God!
Diversity is our strength as a nation and as an army.
I was like, how about off?
You're not cured yet, boy.
Narcissistic, power-hungry egomaniacs bent on reshaping the world in their own grotesque image.
Why are they making it so easy for us right now in Hollywood?
Oh, no!
Wow, holy smoke! I don't give two fucks!
All right. Bob Iger actually owns Geeks and Games.
Apparently so.
I've never been in so many investment banker meetings, but everybody wants to know what our ESG, how responsible we're being with the society and economy and DI, all this stuff.
My social media manager joked about this. It's like, are we sure that these guys aren't actually working for us? It's like sometimes it's hard to tell.
So let's pull out my hair donuts, and just like that, it kind of looks like I have mini ears.
No!
That motherfucker back there is not real!
Why do the people that hate us think that coming in our chat is going to hurt? Why do they think this? What is wrong
I think
with
MCU fan is actually like a fan. Like
think so?
I think that's my guess because he's made us so much fucking money.
I'm just too dumb to give up.
Tenacious. I think it's the term.
Yeah.
What are people saying about the crisis in Wakanda?
They saying like it's like a big catastrophe, like it's a lot of bad things happening over there.
When all of us kind of started talking about all this stuff several years ago, I don't know any of us thought that there would be something as bad as this Indiana Jones situation.
Never.
This is crazy.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Sorry, not sorry. It's glorious. It's fucking great.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
It couldn't happen to a nicer company. It needed to happen. You got to hit bottom.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Disney is dying.
And no, I don't care if I don't want Disney to succeed.
I hope they burn in hell.
Weird.
Screw them.
Yeah,
I'd love for them to sell their stuff, but we just need original things.
So we didn't do that this time.
You fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
I'm not gonna deny that I dropped my fair share of hard R's back then.
Wait a minute.
I'm so fast, you couldn't even comprehend how fast I am.
Should Wakanda be forced to share their vibranium?
No.
Why?
It's theirs. It belongs to their country.
As union strikes shut down Hollywood and online news sites collapse, we creators and commentators have a unique opportunity to take the mainstream media's market share. As they self-destruct, we can replace them.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones, hold on to your potatoes.
Holy
It's my show now, baby.
Okay, all right, you can have it. No, you can have it, man. You can have the show.
These Bruce reviews get more views than the people who watch the show.
Tails, you live. And heads, you don't.
Look, this series went out the same way it went in. Hating Batman.
Boo, you suck. I told you.
Making new alliances, new friendships, recognizing that the establishment now is quaking, waning, falling apart, and the new systems are being born.
It wasn't that long ago when we thought Disney was on fucking top of the world. You know, everybody made a joke about the mouse and them buying everything, and everybody thought everything was gonna be owned by Disney. That wasn't that long ago, like when we thought they couldn't miss. They were crapping out billion-dollar films. And now we're having this conversation to where I don't know if they're gonna be around in the same capacity in the next year.
Dude.
Not at this rate.
What's up, Pooh? Oh my God, he's wrong.
How can you be a fat communist?
Rippaverse, Eric July's comic book stuff. Rippaverse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, why don't you guys, make
we somebody can connect us.
Yeah.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
And then make a movie based on these characters.
Could be fun.
And take over the superhero genre away from the weird stuff that's been going on.
True, I don't often get feedback from the 18 to 35 female demographic.
Why does Donald Trump dislike the Wakandans so much?
Should I say it?
What are Isom's powers?
I don't know. I didn't read the book.
He resists the urge to loot.
Hi, Twitter.
We do not have writers on this show, if you guys couldn't tell. They're still on strike, so we're working on bringing them back. We need some scabs in here.
It's Hollywood, baby.
Because they're not his color.
It's orange.
Parents are just kind of pretty sick of it. And I think that's why Disney is continuing to struggle, and they will keep struggling as long as Disney doesn't accept that they are not actually parental figures.
They see themselves as that, though. It's the same type of ivory tower mindset that all of these people have, right?
Woke is an illiberal ideology. It's an authoritarian ideology, and it's a collectivist ideology.
It's not just that they're making their entertainment for you and that you should just take whatever they serve and enjoy it, that they know what's best for you and your children.
And so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Nobody's running for president.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
Female executives at these companies who don't actually have children of their own are using media to indoctrinate and teach children.
Not at all secret gay agenda.
Which is like, I guess, their surrogate child is like the audience that they have control over.
Yeah.
I think people are becoming more aware, especially normies, are becoming more aware of this cultural kind of rot. And I think a lot of it has to do with kind of the them kind of overplaying with the whole children stuff. I think that did it for them, and I think that was the subject matter where some people were like, okay, something isn't right.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things.
Probably $200 million in terms of losses for Lucasfilm.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say.
I mean, this is calamitous. The first movie that they've even put out in, 4 years?
I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
And it loses them hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, where can they possibly go from here?
Fuck me, right?
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch?
Go woke, get choked.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I make joke.
Tweet that one, motherfucker. I dare you.
I'll do that right now.
You know what? Wait, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm gonna get out of this part right now. Come on, please.
Go woke. Get choked. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's out there now.
You better thank Dave Chappelle. Go ahead.
Thank you, Dave, and I like your show.
Turn that part of your brain off that gets offended by everything.
I'm sorry.
I just don't care anymore.
Let's all be serious. If that joke, triggered you in any way, you best all get on out of here. Because we ain't got time for no snowflakes.
Late night shows have not been on air for over 3 months, and literally no one misses them.
Nope. We're getting a lot of holdovers from the woke era, and it's dying. It is dying. It doesn't mean like woke's going to go away forever. It just means the paradigm is shifting throughout entertainment. I just don't think Hollywood can keep up.
Well, what it means is that the studios have lost so much money now that they realize they can't keep doing that.
Nope. Woke Hollywood ain't going anywhere anytime soon, but it's starting to get destroyed.
Displacement, colonialism, gentrification. Those are things that are real threats.
I could care less.
I'll fucking fight any communist that ever fell out of an asshole. And it shows me that media has changed now. That Tucker Carlson chose our organization as the place to make these revelations is an indication that the mainstream is kind of over.
People are going to look back at this and just go,
why?
What was in the water? What was going on?
I know.
Everybody's afraid of losing their job.
I'm going to say hormones.
Trying to turn the frogs gay.
We fight this dystopian system with a decentralized, grassroots, nonviolent revolution of nerds and the politically sane.
We should find the people who did this.
And curse their families and watch as misfortune follows their bloodline for the next 7 generations.
Okay, I see it now.
Jeremy, I love the quartering. I love Salty Cracker. I love it all. And I was actually watching your show yesterday, and you said, I've been trying to get Alex Jones on. And so I called my producer and I said, why am I not on this show? I watch it all the time. It's huge.
Not only have you softened me on libertarianism, you've softened me on comic books. It's very impressive, Eric. Thank you for coming on.
If you're looking for Elon to save the day, you're going to be in trouble. If you're looking for Trump to just swoop in and save the day, if you think the military ain't no single entity going to swoop in and save the day, you are going to be continuously let down if you place all of your hope into one individual. Instead, look inside and look around. We're doing this together.
I found Midnight's Edge. I found all these other amazing creators out there, and I made a channel. They inspired me to make a channel. They were saying the things I've said, and I was like, there needs to be an army of this.
This is what they're afraid of. They're afraid of one voice. Imagine.
Get a mic. Jump aboard.
Yeah.
Join us.
Yeah. I can't handle how alive I am right now in the fight against these tyrants.
We are Legion. There, I'll freak them out with that.
FNT Cinematic Universe.
Well, we've all got our own little channels, so we technically are.
We do.
Well, it's like the Super Friends.
I want to be deadly serious here. I've not been this excited ever! Oh, yeah, Mug Club, baby! Wow!
Boom! Headshot! Technology and communications has changed the world. This enables decentralized media and indeed political models to thrive. The establishment cannot afford or allow that.
The independent decentralization is actually winning, and the cult is being pushed back.
Ethan and Eric July are probably our two fantastic examples of people that are proving that it can be done on your own.
Are you working with Eric?
I'm over it, man. I'm ready for like the independent stuff to rise up, man. I think that's exciting to me.
It's time to move on from this.
Good God, we need new artists.
We need new artists. We need new things.
You can't do that anymore.
It's awesome that you guys have your own projects going on, but you guys are inspiring so many other people who maybe thought about it, but they were like, I don't know, I can never be these big. And then they're seeing guys like you doing these independent projects, and they're like turning into these incredible accomplishments, and that's motivating people.
The more examples that you see, the more adopted people get to just the idea that it's a doable thing. I mean, people just think that this is way further out of reach.
Shitloads of new creators have been seized by the spirit of the Iron Age, urged on by their own ambitions, talents, not to mention the inbound implosion of the two major comic companies to spur themselves to release their own creative projects. And I find that frankly f***ing amazing.
They hate that, you have something brand new that's getting all this sort of support behind it, and there's nothing that they can do. They can sit up and screech. It's about all they can do.
That's all they have.
Is yell on Twitter, but ultimately they can't stop anything.
You got to start engaging. Like you have to start really meeting these people where they are to win back the culture. And this is what the right doesn't understand. They just think that if they just sit back and they play the good little conservative stupid person, that everything's just going to balance itself out and it's going to go back to normal. It's not. It's not at all.
We're way past that.
This is going to be momentous because more people are seeing that it's a doable thing, and you do not have to go through what people deem as the proper channels to do great things.
There's so much potential for beauty and for devastation. In this one moment, it's almost incomprehensible that they can exist right now.
And we are grateful
so
to
close.
President Obama.
We cross the streams. This is how we change culture. We cross the streams. I will not stop until Donald Trump is on a Friday Night Tights.
Hell yes.
Good, because I've got questions, Benny. Questions about Home Alone 2.
If you're looking for the guilty, you need only look into a mirror.
So many people are like, they're contacting me, they're like, Gina, you're so brave. I'm still so afraid. And I just think, oh man, you should be more afraid that you're being made to feel afraid for what you think. That's what should make you feel afraid.
We have everything necessary to save this world that's been scheduled for demolition.
Hello. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
I have plans that I will not share right now because the haters will sabotage me, but I got some stuff in the works.
So how will our story end? Will this point in human history be the prequel for a space exploration series or a dystopian young adult novel?
Failure is not an option.
It's our choice.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
It's like the meme where everyone's putting their sword in. Like we all are fighting for the same thing, and we all see the same problem, and it's this army of orcs that are
fighting
sitting
the
here.
same beast from different angles.
Have you ever seen an SJW? They look just like an orc, and so it's very, very easy. It's very same body type.
It's time to stop being an NPC, get off your ass, and join the meme war.
Shame. Shame.
No, I don't like you.
Shame.
If we were in the wild, I would attack you.
I feel like this is one great way to fight the culture war is just meme on them, dude. Meme on them, dunk on them, have fun, joke around. Don't care when they call us names.
I'm sick of it, man. I'm fucking sick of it. I will not do it again.
Thank you. I wonder how many people feel exactly the same way.
Yeah. Because our business is prosperity and freedom and justice and Americana 1776 worldwide.
Well, welcome to America, bitch. Welcome to America.
if you would have told me that I could replace the people I was watching at the time, the colliders and all of that,
Colonialism.
I would have been like, there's literally no way that's possible. You know what I mean? It's not possible. Not only is it possible, it fucking happened.
Craft your comics, print that novel, design that damn video game or mod. Bury your adversaries in your own undeniable greatness.
This is why, you know, we talk about the Iron Age, we talk about all that stuff. I don't think there will be a better time maybe in modern history than right now to be a creative, because you have the decline of what people consider the sort of, not just the mainstream, but the establishment stuff.
Yeah. You know, now again, they had multi-million-dollar studios, they had big backing. I don't have all that shit. I'm just me with my wonderful chat. You guys have made this possible.
If listeners and viewers don't understand that they literally are the brains, the eyes, the muscle, the guts, the bones, the will, then we're going to lose. But if people get excited and realize this is an arm wrestling match with the New World Order, and they put their will behind it, we will slam their fist through the table.
The Illuminati? This is the time to get into YouTube. If ever you had a voice and a passion and something to say about the current climate in culture, voila!
Be the beating drum at the head of the growing creative cavalry charge. Be vocal and profound in your passion for projects you enjoy.
The one thing that I really appreciate at the meetup in Vegas, that there was a lot of people that were like, hey man, I'm writing a book, I'm creating this, I'm doing this. There was a lot of people like stepping up and like doing something like that.
You have an opportunity unlike anything before, where people, especially normies, are like looking for something else, and they're willing to hear you out a lot more than what they had been before. So it's an exciting time.
No more excuses.
This keyboard keeps changing colors on me. It's distracting me. The reflection of the keyboard coloring off the monitor onto the Google prototype scopes.
Gordon! As usual, you're laying there with your thumb up your ass. Do something mad!
I will continue to repeat myself. No one is coming to save us but us. If we don't do it, no one will.
I gotta make this place a better place for these kids.
I'm doing my part.
Nobody likes a quitter. Nobody said life was easy, so if you get knocked down, take the standing 8 count, get back up, and fight again. And you're a macho maniac. Dig it.
Never give up. Yeah, I want it louder though. Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's run it. Let's go.
This is the time. This is the time, because the writer strike, they're about to hit the actor strike. They're not making products right now, and the products that they were making
aren't good. So they're going to be delayed again.
Like, this is the
theaters
time.
are going to be hurt again.
I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. You've not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you.
We are in the great correction.
The social engineers and their masters will eventually regret destroying our entertainment, our escapism, our childhood heroes, because nerds will save the world.
We could get a good indie movement a good independent movement out of this. We could. We'll see.
Mount the fuck up, Razor Force, and give them the battle cry of the Iron Age. God, fucking speed.
I'm doing my part too.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Get access to exclusive videos and become a producer at my Subscribe Star. Links in the description.